Hello, everyone. Sorry to cut you off. But we are live now, it seems.
I'm dead inside.
Let's make sure that people can actually hear us.
I'm emotionally distraught in life.
Hi, people.
Sounds about right.
And he's having an aneurysm.
That's just par for the course at this point. Welcome back to the Monsters of Morgram, our lovely Pathfinder campaign with a all-monster party, as you can see to my right over here. Today, we resume session after going to the Frog Temple, Frog Shrine of the Goblin tribe of Frogbelt Village to deal with intruders, basically. There were some elves from some society known as Sorania here that were looting the place, basically. And the party came and killed a bunch of them and killed one guy that seemed slightly stronger, and then the last two basically just laughed and taunted them and then vanished. Asch attempted some form of diplomacy with the elves before they did vanish. Whether or not it did much is yet to be seen. I believe Chaise fucking ate the dude's head.
Yes, they...
Again, yep.
Yeah, that is a very
This has been the second time in a row.
Yep, you're on a roll. It's officially a spree. Decapitation spree.
She's got a head count.
Can we just have like a head count counter? Can we just have a head count counter every time Chaise eats someone's fucking
You keep
head?
track of it. I'm not keeping track of everything.
Alright, where's my pens? Where's my pens? Where's my overly sized whiteboard? And I'm going to take a chally. So what are we on now? 50. Okay.
Alright, but anyway, we are about to start up session. First things first, though. In the left to right order of our overlay, we are going to introduce everyone in the campaign. So, first off would be our friend Penguin playing.
Hi, I'm Penguin. I'm playing Runt. He's a native kobold and lives on Frog Belt.
Kobold?
He's a goblin. Sorry. He's a goblin, and he has a animal companion, which is a giant frog named Gobbles, and he's a druid.
You sound like you're barely awake. I love it already.
I'm more like I haven't been asleep.
Yep. Next in our little line here would be the local couch.
Hello, the local couch. Currently not having a French accent, but it will start eventually. Here we go. Yes. Je m'appelle. My name is Chaise Longue. And apparently I have already established a head count of people whose heads I have devoured.
Yep. Played by Magnifical, who also does the animated episodes for our channel, along with the animated episodes for what has recently been renamed as Narrative Declaration, but they're Warham's animations.
Yeah.
I literally just caught up with all of 40k Warhams last night, so I'm quite happy. Finally got to see the ending. Anywho, moving along would be our little lizard.
I'm not going to speak until you refer to me by proper naming, please.
Alright, skipping that, next would be our blob. Hey, if you're not gonna work with me, you don't even get an introduction, bitch.
Fine. Asch the Kobold Wizard and adventurer that doesn't even know what the fuck is happening. Good day.
Sounds about right. And next would be the blob, who seems to be rolling things around in the background.
Yeah, I got. Hello, everybody. It's me, the Blob. They know me as Morasmus, but other people know me as Lord Spongecake and that inconsistent fuck that sometimes shows up to games. I also am playing with balls in my hand. They are very spinny, yes.
balls in quotation.
Yes, I will send pictures.
He's going to post pictures. We will have
I will
physical
send
evidence.
I will send pictures of my balls.
Are they like...
Holy
Are they
shit.
like the sun and moon balls?
Yes! Yes! How did you know? How did you
I
know?
also have a pair.
Hey, let's go!
Hey,
Where
player
are they?
bonding. Player bonding.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Sorry to interrupt your lovely player bonding. We can do more of that later, but I still need to get our last player introduced.
Please.
Would be the bird.
This one is known as Zephyr. I recently joined this group. They saved me from some crustacean and gave me warm meat. And now I fought with them again. It was fun. And also, outside of that, I'm tense up. I'm pretty intrigued by this whole ball conversation.
Okay. Morasmus, I'll give you a solar ball for the Art of Luna.
Deal.
All right, and a deer. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Both of you literally set up like a P.O. box just to exchange balls.
Yeah, I'll give you one ball pick for a ball pick. Yeah, cheers, bro.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers, man.
damn.
Yeah, cheers.
God
Okay,
damn.
I'll
This is what has become of this. All right. I did the brief summary of last session already, but to start off this session, something that we wanted to have, that we ran out of time for last session, that actually is probably better as a beginning to this session, honestly. Morasmus has captured, along with some minor help from Asch, using some netting stuff, one of the elves from this party that has been raiding this place.
Yeah, hold up. Okay, yeah, no, I was just hearing my spells. Yeah, so Morasmus is like pulling this unconscious elf. Aside as the main party is mostly doing their interactions with the elves up in the main area. He's just like pulling him across, Vietnamese style, pulling him into the water.
Yeah, so for context, this is happening probably just like meanwhile as they finish up this thing and the guys disappear.
Yeah. So Morasmus is he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna does he have any like rope or anything like that?
This guy is all tied up already. He's used his cocoon thing.
Okay, no worries.
Just something I wanted to announce. With the cocoon thing, I did some research on that. It literally is just a hollowed cocoon where you do shove things into, like a house with a door. So basically, he's fully encased. He can't leave.
Yeah, we'll flavor it for right now, just because it makes more sense that he's like fully encased, but his head's jutting out.
Morasmus goes ahead and sticks him up to a tree, waiting for him to, he's going ahead and just like
All right, so you're like sticking him up against here.
Yeah,
and he just starts poking him with a stick.
He's gonna go ahead and he doesn't have a water skin now, so he'd go ahead and grab like some swamp water and then just spit it on his face.
So you had stabilized him beforehand, so he's not bleeding out or anything, and as he gets a splash on his face, he begroaningly seems to come back to consciousness, just shaking his head and getting the water off. He's looking around at this place, and then he looks down and he sees a blob.
With a top hat. It's just like, good to see that you are awake. Very good. As Morasmus is going to be saying this in common, actually.
Oh god, the mucus is moving.
Oh, this is going to be very fun. Now listen, I'm going to go ahead and make this very easy for you. You're going to answer some questions, and, well, let's see how we go from there. First question. Why are you here?
I'm talking to a block of mucus. Oh, this is crazy. He sort of tries to wiggle a little bit out of his restraints and then realizes that he's pretty completely stuck.
I'm going to go ahead
sort of just his head sort of just laxes. He's just like, great.
I'm going to go ahead and out of Morasmus's, it doesn't really say anything, or he says, "Oh, so that's how you want to play." And like out of his mouth, a dagger just slowly starts slipping out from Morasmus's mouth, and like it becomes attached to one of his goop. I'm going to ask the question again. Why are you here?
Would you like to give me an intimidation check?
Absolutely. What? That's gonna be a 15.
Ooh, that works. That works for what we need. Actually, that literally hits the mark that I set on the nose.
Just the goop just slowly drops a knife from his mouth. Let's try this again.
Oh, jeez, I would never live it down if I got killed by mucus. Fine! Fine. We are an expeditionary force out here to gather resources in advance of the Brosh settlers.
Brosh. I'm going ahead and checking back on my notes real quick. No, I don't know those guys.
You do know about Brosh. You may just have not noted it down.
The
that
Brosh
adventuring party was hired by Brosh.
Are you saying the... of Brosh. I see. So, you're not working with any elves then? You're working with the expansionists, the colonials.
What are you... I see you don't have any ears. No, I am with Sorania. We're trying to spite Brosh.
Oh, I see. So, why... Wait, you just said you were working with Brosh.
No, I didn't. You literally didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misheard.
So he's just gonna make fun of you, but that's what he's gonna do anyway, because he's an arrogant elf.
Alright. Glad I got that out of the way. Second off, so you're expanding, well, to go ahead and spite Brosh. Are you hoping to go ahead and claim this territory for yourself, then?
Claiming territory is not our goal. We want all the resources stripped and brought back to the homeland.
Including what's here.
Yes, that's why we were looting this place, but it didn't seem there was anything of any value.
Maybe not to you. To others, plenty.
One man's trash, another man's treasure is still trash to me.
This poor bastard. I'm going to go ahead, and Morasmus is going to take a bit of spite to this, and he's going to go ahead and, like, does he have any things sticking out, like appendages?
He is completely encased in this cocoon.
What about his feet?
For funsies, I'll say his toes are sticking out. He is wearing boots still.
That's fine. Well, maybe you should be respectful of another man's treasure. Or another man's treasure. And with that, Morasmus is going to slide on down. And he's going to go ahead and cast a spell. And he's going to spit acid on this guy's foot. Just to go ahead and show that Morasmus isn't fucking about.
You splash the acid on his feet. 2 damage would technically knock him out again. but considering I know what you're doing, I'm going to let you flavor it as non-damage. You're just going to
intimidate and
you're using enough acid to splash his feet, and you see his boots start to melt, and he's just like, "Those were designer."
Like I said, or like you said, another man's trash is another man's treasure, and you see it all as trash, much like me.
You are trash. You're literally mucus.
Now, let's continue. So you're expanding, right? Gathering resources for your kingdom, whatever. How many more of there have you?
Oh, many.
How big of? Oh, many? Is that so?
We are the nation of Sorania. Have you been living? You probably have been living under a rock.
Living in a cave, more like, but close enough.
Same thing, just a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other, just like the turds you are.
Tisk. Gonna start going for that other boot of yours. But For now.
The bear's already ruined, you simpleton.
Alright. One final question I have. How big of a war is going to be happening here?
War?
Between you and Bosch. There's a conflict, right? It's going to lead to
Oh,
a
we are not currently at war. The last time we were at war, we strung them from the roofs anyway. No. We just simply want to get the resources ahead of them.
So this is a race for expansion, then? Bosch is
They
sending
seem
people
to
out?
want to live on this godforsaken place for some reason. We just want the goods to bring home.
Good. I'm glad I was able to make use of you. And with that, how would Morasmus do it? In Morasmus fashion, he's gonna go ahead and take out probably like go ahead and grab a log, like it next to him, or like a stick or something.
Wait. Don't...
You have anything of use for me?
Oh, jeez. Can't believe I have to negotiate with this. Oh, I can tell you more if you'll promise to let me go.
How about this? I'll take you up on that. After all, I know an elf doesn't like to be sitting inside of the muck for hours on end.
It's already been disgusting.
Go on. Speak.
So, you want to know about what we seem to be doing, why we're here, all that sort? If you want to, the leader, Sir Cancidus. He and his boat are docked or anchored off the southern shore, basically due south of here. It would be a good long trek, but you could go and skim yourself. I wouldn't recommend letting him shoot you, though.
Very well, then. We have a deal.
And, what's up with... He sort of, like, turns as much as he can in it and turns to look at, like, the rest of the group over on the dock.
Well,
What are they?
a civilization that lives here. Like yours.
Oh, are you talking about those green-skinned simpletons?
I'm going to go ahead and bring a log down on top of the set, like, kunk.
Oh!
Oh, I was trying to knock. Oh, it's just like, oh, sorry, I didn't hit you hard enough. Let me try again. Kunk.
Hey,
Try knocking him out.
No. One of our earlier parties happened upon them, I heard. So one little brat charged, and they bore a hole straight through his chest.
I go ahead and Morasmus drops the log. Tell me more.
We were scouting out. We sent a former investigation ahead of us to look at the area. We are the following expedition force to actually gather the resources, which now it seems we won't be bringing back much of anything.
I need names.
Names?
Who shot the green one?
I believe Cancidus led that expedition himself. He would be the only one with a gun in that group.
Erasmus is taking the time to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and Erasmus is just saying, he's going to go ahead and a little bit of fire comes out of him as he casts a minored version of Burning Hands to go ahead and begin melting off the cobwebs of this gentleman.
Careful.
Now be gone.
That works for me. He doesn't, Obviously, he has no weapons on him because you definitely stripped him before this. He just sort of like scoots away and runs off due south.
Yeah, that's fine. Morasmus is going to be like squelching on over. So he regroups with the party.
Meanwhile, the rest of the party, we sort of go back to they just vanished in front of you. So we're back. The camera's shifting back over to Runt, Asch, the rest of the party. What's going on? And this is the pod where I ask you to talk amongst yourselves because I need to bring in groceries all of a sudden.
All right, what's next, mon ami?
Well,
Mes amis.
Ron, do you want to have a few words first? Would you like to speak your mind? I don't know why I'm going southern. Do you want to speak
All
your
of a
mind
sudden.
first? All of a sudden, right? Would you like to talk yourself first? No. Would you like to talk? I'm a little minded as I have to kind of ponder. As I slightly move away to go and think amongst myself.
Morasmus would probably come up, rejoin the group at this time.
Runt honestly didn't like how you basically negotiated with them being... He's essentially upset that you negotiated with people that violated Digger Ground and offered them a peaceful option when there wasn't. So he's kind of just...
He's deprived of his revenge.
Morasmus will go up to Runt, put a sticky appendage on his shoulder.
Huh.
I have some information you may be looking for, dear friend. I happen to get the name of the one who took the life of your brother.
I'm listening.
His name was Karanzas, I believe. And they are part of a adventuring party down south near, their docks. The elves that set themselves up there. They go ahead and explore this area for resources. That was the main reason they were here. Pretentious.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Where were those other people we ran into? Where were they located?
The elves, like I said, they have I heard that they were coming from the south, but Brosh...
The ones we were actually talking to without any threat of fighting or anything, those ones.
I'm not sure. I can't...
The humans? They have a village not far from the coast.
Maybe it was the opposite side then.
Didn't what's his face, that little bearded dude, give you a map or something?
Yes,
Do you mean
yes.
it's the wall front?
I know what I said.
Rightio.
I gave you, or I believe I gave you the map. Either that or I gave it to Chaise.
Chaise can't read.
I missed so much already. I can tell with the breakdancing Morasmus thing.
He's explaining the situation through interpretive dance. He throws down a cardboard.
Dude, no, it's Friday Night Funkin', just... I love the intimidating Morasmus one.
So, DM,
Yeah.
the people we were friendly negotiating with, where are they located?
They were relatively to your southwest. You don't know the exact location of their town.
And the people we just got information with is more south-south, not southwest?
The Soranians, as you know them, are just straight due south.
Okay.
Okay. Well, We know the location of two of the Longshank settlements. One is good, one is, well, one is going to get what they got coming to them.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So, I say we see what Gaskell wants us to do. And, what was this feller's name again?
The feller that you were told about.
The feller that killed Turk.
Do you remember, Mister?
That was
Morasmus?
You just told me.
It was something along the lines of Carenzis. He was the leader of one of the hunting parties down south. He was the only one with a weapon, or a gun, specifically.
So go ahead and write down a note about him. I think it's funnier if you guys remember based on your own memory instead of me doing it every time.
No, that's exactly what I'm doing.
perfect.
I even had my journal open for that.
I gave you all a journal in the Roll20 for a reason. If you jot down things wrong, it's gonna be funny.
Well, this Cran's ass is gonna do what's coming. But right now, I need to see what Gaskell wants to do and go from there.
Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah, I forgot Gaskell was here. He was spending some time just like cleaning up the blood frog and patching up his own wounds.
Chaise, I must inquire.
We?
What is it with your fascination and eating their heads? My question.
I don't know.
And
There
that's
seems-
that!
Could I just walk up to the dead elf on the catwalk?
Yeah, I mean, his corpse is just there, headless completely.
Could I just like go through the body?
Yeah, go ahead and inspect it around. Is there like, I forgot what the equivalent skill is. Is it search?
That would be perception, because there is no... Unless you want to make a custom skill. That's completely viable as well.
We should probably do that. I feel like we get in this way too much. We're going to add like a custom skill to everyone's sheet that's just search.
Should I just roll perception for now?
Yeah, for now it's perception.
I rolled a 12. What can I find?
You look over what he has on his body. He had a rather large and nice looking sword. Let me pull up his character sheet nicely so I get you the proper information. He had a really nice, large broadsword kind of deal.
I'm gonna look at the sword, value its weight, and look to Chaise. Hey Chaise, would you like a sword?
Oh. A new sword for me.
Yes, right here. He's not gonna need it.
Alright, so I'm gonna inspect the sword.
I pass it off.
So
to
what
Chaise.
is your current sword?
Let me see. Put up my character sheet really quick. It is a great sword.
This would be about equivalent. He also had a great sword. It seems to be in slightly better condition and better crafted than yours. But as far as like benefits, it wouldn't be too much. It would be like statistically, it would probably be just like a +2 to your damage compared to your original one, which is something, but not excessive.
Okay. I guess I'll.
I mean, I'd
Well,
recommend you take it because it's +2 damage.
Also,
Yeah.
I can't use it.
Well, yeah, I'll take it.
There you go,
I'm
Chaise.
just letting you know, it's like
you find anything
slightly
else?
nicer crafted. It's made out of what seems like, well, none of you really know the crafting techniques of any of these cultures, so you can just assume that this is of their local craftsmanship. The handle has some gold in it for decoration, a rudimentary gemstone in the handle, which is basically just like it's just like a badly cut ruby. It's not even really worth that much.
Okay. Is there anything else I find on the body?
Yeah. Along with that, he has generally just like basic. What seemed to be, I think he had padded leather armor. No, he has half plate armor.
Question. Can Chaise wear armor?
No.
No. That is one of the
Okay.
things we agreed on immediately at the beginning. It is also medium size, so it wouldn't fit any of you except for Zephyr, who can't wear it
Can't
because
wear
it's not crafted for that. So, sadly, it is not something you can accessibly use. But you do
Can I
know
ask-
from your experience that this would be worth a bit in like long shank cultures.
Now that
I could drop it on
to me,
someone's head.
I'd be referring to normal culture. To their normal name culture. I would have put it in my bag of holding, but I don't have a bag of holding.
That tends to be a scenario where you can't put something in your bag of holding.
Yeah, you know, right? Wait, hold on. Chaise can. Didn't we joke about Chaise being basically a bag of holding because she could just put all the swords?
Yeah,
that
but
she wants
that
in?
was still really jokingly. We're not going
Yeah,
to
that was.
actually let her do that.
I was trying to push the line there.
She has an
gosh,
infinite bag of eyeballs to pop out wherever the hell she wants.
Yeah. How many eyes do you have? Do you know how to?
Oh, you-
Yes, you don't.
So I'm doing basically what is essentially a wave. So like in a wave, you see like eyes popping out of everywhere, or like doing like a what football fans do, like when they hold their hands up and like it goes like a wave.
Mexican wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can Gazgul wear like medium armor? Is he that big?
This guy's armor would have to be refitted by a blacksmith for any of you to use.
I'm not referring to me. I'm just referring to Gazgul.
That same stands. In general, it would have to be refitted. You're all, like, some of you are technically quote-unquote medium for your size, but it is still intended for an elf who is much taller and lankier than all of you.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I want to turn to Chaise. Hey, Chaise.
Yeah.
Do you mind carrying this body back with us?
Oh, well, but of course.
Well, thank you.
I sort of like morph. I morph, pick up the body onto my couch. So
All right, so it is an average size. It is slightly actually larger than average sized elf, wearing half breastplate armor, half plate armor. So the weight of like an above average human, plus 50 pounds for his armor.
oh boy.
Okay, just
Yeah,
quick
so
shoot.
you carrying this, you can, but it is a bit annoying, and it will slow you down.
Hey, Trisky, mind checking to see if my form figure that I put into chat, if that might be of help?
Let me see. Did you toss in, like, off topic? Oh, that's something else. Wait, what are we looking at?
Form figure. I put it in the general. Is it only me that can see it?
I see an audio file.
The fuck?
Oh, that! You put it in the game chat. Sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see it. I was looking at the Discord. Sorry.
It's Gucci.
I was confused for a second.
Uh,
I think I could shift
could-
into, like,
you
Yeah.
could form shape. Yeah, technically you could.
Rasmus just shifts into, or he could shift into a medium creature, just like, hello.
Just eats the body with inside the armor and clothes. He just melds himself inside of it. Hi.
I just imagine, like, Chaise gets the body and with, like, one of her, like, elongated mimic appendages just has it stand upright, and then Morasmus comes up to it front forward and just, like, slowly
holds it like
eats
a
away from the feet up as you slowly morph into its arm.
I will not. I will allow this, but only if Chaise ends up writing like drawing a JoJo pose for Morasmus in human form.
So,
I was gonna say
Morasmus is, like, currently, are you taking, like, the form of a human or an elf?
I'm going to go ahead and have it where Morasmus is in humanoid form, body type, but his head is going to still be a giant cube, of course. With his top hat.
It's just a guy with a cube head. I love this.
Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah, Steve from Minecraft. He's just playing Minecraft, bro.
He's Dapper Steve from Minecraft.
He's making this pose with the fucking armor.
Morasmus, do you mind going over to the mine and quickly getting us some diamond ore, please? Thank you. I gotta quickly go and get some redstone.
Don't dig straight down!
I'm going straight down!
Your
Asch the
diamond
Kobold
is
has
unbreakable.
burned in lava.
Jeez.
My God.
Oh, fucking sake. But yeah, so you can wear this armor. It is still 50 pounds, keep in mind, so... But then again, considering you're you and you already move really slow and steadily and you don't tire, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
The,
And I have a
the
light
only
load.
major issue would be his spellcasting, because it
It
would
has a
hinder
high
his
spellcast
movement.
failure rate, yeah, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's fine.
let me get you the stats of that.
That's only...
Morasmus just turns his head into a gun. No. You.
I was mostly doing this for transportation of the armor, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I gathered as such. I'm still just going to give you the stats in case it winds up being relevant at some point.
Just another tip as well. Is there anything else in its pockets, like any gold or anything like that?
He didn't really have much on him. He was basically a bodyguard for this expedition. He wasn't one of the people mainly tasked with carrying shit around. He has a couple personal effects, but you would like inspect them and they would be of no like real value. They're like personal things, like a trinket or an heirloom.
All right.
Beefy.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
I just want to imagine now when Morasmus just moves, you just hear clanking, and you just see square heads. It's just like Minecraft has entered the battlefield. Panic.
Well, weren't there 2 dead bodies here? Or no, there was one because one was incapacitated. Wasn't
There were a couple other dead bodies of some of the other guys. In general, if you wanted to do like a perception, we could just streamline looting the other bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I was to say, I remember one of those people were burned alive. Not
Yeah,
sure about
at
the
least
other
I
one.
think one of them was.
I generally remember we set that house on fire.
Did you? Yeah, you set this one on fire, didn't you?
No, Gosgol. Actually, no. Yeah, it was me. It was me with a spell. I fucked up and blew.
Yeah.
I think I blew
So Run, you're over here, and this is now all like
a
ash
raging
and...
fire.
No, at this point, considering these are like thatch huts, it lit up really quick and burned down really quick.
But actually,
God damn it, the timing! Go fucking Twitter!
he comes back from the dead. The return of the Duder.
The song of our people.
So I want to say,
Yes.
so one of them is probably dead from being burned. What about the other one?
That was the one Morasmus let go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's the one he interrogated, yeah.
Yeah, the one I cocooned for.
There were others around here, right?
There were 2 others in the top 10 up here.
Right, that's where I originally go. I don't remember if they were.
Yeah, the bottom one is burned to shit. That one had a couple that were taken out. Like, I just streamlined it and had them taken out by the assisting goblin guys.
Okay, can we?
And if you want to do like a perception or whatnot, check for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase up with Runt for this.
Yeah, let me roll how much like long shank currency you find.
May I also?
He rolled a 28. You're not going to get better than that.
I'm gonna do flavor-wise.
I'm also doing it my way as well.
Flavor-wise, Morasmus picks...
Or I can actually just run with Runt and just like being more informative, like explaining it to him. Either one
He
works.
probably wouldn't listen. He's still a little upset at you right now.
Can Morasmus flavor-wise pick up Runt's kind of like a metal detector and just having him like scan his fucking body?
Beep, 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 beep,
Oh god.
Alright, so I just did this in the background. You managed to find a total of basically 110 gold worth across their bodies.
Fuck.
110?
Yeah, in Pathfinder that's not super excessive, but it's still in a good amount.
That's
a bit.
just under the average starting amount for level
That,
1.
I literally rolled the starting gold for a fighter in the base system, so...
That was that's below average then. Ugh.
Yeah, you got
That
below
fighter not
average.
looking too good.
I wonder if their lords have been paying him.
As a fighter who's played a lot of fighters, 300 is the max you can get. He ain't looking too good.
I think I did the D&D by accident. I rolled 5d6.
That's what it is, 5d6 times 10.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anywho. What are you up to, Morasmus?
Oh no, I was using Runt as a metal detector, scanning across the corpses.
I just imagine Morasmus in the suit of armor picking up Runt like lying out long, flat, and stiff as a board as you just like beep him around on the ground.
Dude, like I said, Morasmus now in this form, he has like big ass muscles, kind of like the fucking JoJo that I put up.
Oh yeah,
They're excessive.
Just like form figure yourself to even have bigger muscles.
For those wondering, the only weeb thing that Sponge has really ever seen is JoJo.
It's so good.
And then Zephyr just gets golden hair for no reason.
Don't you dare pull DBZ and start screaming to gain power on me.
I assumed.
Listen, I don't want to waste 4.5 sessions just getting power.
No, what do you mean, bro?
I assumed we were just
This is
making
entire-
her Giorno or Dia.
This is a campaign full of Virgils. I need more power.
This is Zephyr like in session 4, not session 4, session 6. This isn't even my final form. Ah!
All right,
Just becomes like
let's move us along. It's trying super hard. All right, everyone. So you know the relative location of the Brosh village that you've heard of? And you also know the basic position of where this boat is supposedly anchored. So it's really up to you what you decide to do. Gosgol is basically currently in the situation where he's tending to his wounds and is planning to head back to the village after this.
The village is south, right?
Southeast.
The village to this is southwest, actually.
Yeah, we might as well.
Actually, wait, no, it's more west than that. Here, let me drag you to the world map. It'll be better. The world map that I updated to be really cool and have information on things.
Then there's
southwest.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you did
southwest.
update it. You did update it. Oh,
I did. I fucking told you.
it's good. Look, guys, look, we got enough money to have shiny images. Woo! Yeah, baby.
There we go. I fixed it. So yeah, I have the map updated here. This is actually a recent thing that Roll20 added. That's really nice. But this token marks where the party currently is, and you can hover over things and see what's what.
Nice.
The blue dots are basically session encounters and things that have happened in the past.
And green are very...
Green is generally the color I'm using to identify places that are friendly to you.
Yeah, so Coven for Zephyr.
Actually, we never visited the location of Turk's death. We just know where it was.
You just know where it was, yeah. That I marked anyway. I know you didn't actually go there.
Check it out.
I want to go check it out, actually.
I want to check it out.
Alright. This will be a bit theater of the mind, so...
It would be theater of the mind. Imagine a beautiful land where harpies lived freely.
Yes.
Funny joke.
And then proceed to hear the chirping in the wild, the distance of a beautiful melody. I am doing the best I can for you.
Unless,
All right,
wish
so
it-
are you deciding to actually
Tell
head
me
to the site?
more.
unless you're
Yeah,
swamp.
Tell me more, Sir David Ashenborough.
In the wild, a wild
Yes.
harpy is in the. Fuck's sake, I'm breaking that.
All right.
Going straight down there.
Yep. All right. So is everyone else company Runt to this site of the?
I'm golden.
Yes.
Yeah. Zephyr will also continue doing the fly slightly ahead and scout thing.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
I'm just.
Let me roll something real quick.
Oh no. Everybody be afraid. He's planning.
By the way, is Runt holding on to, or was
Ooh,
Runt the one?
barely. All right, you're good. So there is nothing that you encounter on the way over there. It's, well, I mean, other than general forest creatures, you don't encounter anything obviously hostile or that's actually a threat to you. So as you move along, the party heads to the site where you know that Turk supposedly died. You were given information about where it was, and you know the lay of the land well enough to find basically the spot itself after some effort.
Right. What were you saying, Erasmus?
I was going to go ahead and ask if Runt was going ahead and holding on to that or all that.
Yeah, I
gear,
mean,
or
he found it. He's going, I'll hold on to it.
no worries. Just curious.
Probably use it to throw at people.
He just like makes his own little coin gun.
Fucking
It's
hell.
like, what do I need for these?
It
little shiny
reminds
arms?
me of the fucking Cessine Patch video where he set up a cannon to shoot out gold coins to train his dwarves.
I was joking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was joking.
Yeah,
Wait,
no.
Just
what?
make that a thing in their nation.
there we go.
So the toughest warriors are just trained on that.
We got the
Getting
picture.
pelted
We got the
with
picture now. Chase is doing it.
No! No!
It's in power.
Oh,
You know
good.
what? That is perfect. Oh,
Need some leakage. Leakage
I need,
from the drink.
I need to show this to the chat here because this is too
Oh
precious.
my god. I need to.
There needs to be a few drips coming from the seams.
Also, Morasmus, I like how you asked for a Dio pose.
It's not
No, that was a
JoJo.
Jonathan pose.
You said Dio earlier.
No,
It's a JoJo.
No, you said
it's the
Dio.
JoJo
He
when
said
he
JoJo.
posted.
He said generic JoJo.
Jojo, yeah.
There you go. There you go, chat. The picture that you all needed in your life is now on the screen for you. You are most very welcome.
That reminds me, I need to go back and watch the first series of JoJo.
So Morasmus goes from Gentleman Jungle Fighter to Gentleman JoJo.
The next thing you're gonna say is what?
What?
Just like to the next
Nani?
boss.
So Jonathan.
Next boss we fight,
Alrighty.
Morasmus is just like, I know exactly what you're about to say, and you're about to say, "Die, slime."
Okay. So Penguin or Runt. You're here. I'm assuming you want to investigate the area, right?
Yeah, I wanna see what was left over from.
All right. Considering how
I
long
know it's been a while,
since- Yeah. So that's why I'm saying. So since it's been a while, it's going to be like at a -4 for you for this perception check.
I was gonna throw in survival because
Either way,
yeah. Oh, either way for me is the same, but yeah.
because things have been like it's the swamp. Things would be still moving around here, so it might
Right.
get covered up. You're trying to find it, uncover tracks that might be hidden.
I'm just trying right now. What I'm trying to do is get a gauge of the skirmish that was here. Like,
You can get that pretty quickly, actually.
yeah,
What
because
you
we more specifically, like we know one goblin was killed, but we don't know how many were with them or how many others fell. You know.
All right, so looking around and trying to find the Longshank-sized footprints. It's been a few days, so I still would like you to give me that survival check just to make sure you can even find them in the first place. You do manage to do so.
Well, that's without the -4.
All right. 13. It takes you a while. It takes you about like 10 minutes once you're there. More than you would normally want to be around, just lingering around the same area out in the open.
Right.
And I'm going to say you do manage to find the footprints eventually, but you find the footprints of about 3 separate humanoids walking in tandem with one another. There's a point at which one of the footprints seems to shift rapidly to the side, and off a short distance away from that, in the direction that it shifted towards, you find the lingering goblin blood that's been completely dried at this point. So basically the picture you can get is that one of them shifted immediately to the side and assumedly shot a Turk. But the total party was 3.
3 goblins or 3 humanoids?
Three of the hunting party was like 4 or 5, and only Turk died.
Okay.
Because the rest of them ran the fuck away after that, because he just instantly got a hole through his chest and was nothing anymore to them. I mean, they retrieved the body eventually, but the actual scouting party was 3. You can assume elves.
Now, Runt hasn't seen his other siblings. He's mostly seen Peck because spoiled little brat.
Special
Turk.
case.
Yeah, very special. Does he really know what his other siblings do, or is it just something they just kept from him?
Some of your other siblings are basically just like other scavengers, much like yourself. But you haven't seen them in a while.
Right, which is also kind of concerning that we haven't seen them. Besides Turks, what was the last time he's seen any of them?
Last time you seen any of your siblings?
Yeah, besides, living.
Living siblings you've seen. I mean, it hasn't been that excessively long, as you probably are implying. It's been about like a week or so.
Right, and there usually is a flat, hey, make sure, there is a generic goblin standing where, hey, if you're out too long, just come back or try to make contact to let you know you're okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is kind of just gonna start getting him worried about his siblings, honestly.
Understandable.
Because they're all would do what Turk does and what he does, but,
Turk was a bit of a hothead.
Yeah.
The rest of your siblings, well, Juju is probably a bit of a hothead too, but not as bad as Turk. And your sisters are definitely not at any major risk.
Right.
I mean, at least of doing something as dumb as that.
Right.
But otherwise, as far as things you can gather from this, nothing really. And it's already taken more time than you're comfortable just standing out in the open like you are, because this was in like an open area. There were like a couple of bushes off to the side that are, some of the branches and whatnot are still regrowing, so you assume that's where Turk jumped out from, but that's about it.
Now, the dwarf gave us a map. Zoran gave us a map, did he not?
He gave you an idea of where to go.
Right, I'm saying, like, he gave us of course, when he gave us a map and pointed out where he's from.
Oh, did he? I forget, but you're keeping track of this.
Because
Morasmus was talking
Morasmus would know.
Yeah. I went ahead and got a map from the dwarf. He went ahead and wrote it out for me where the humans were staying.
Alright, let me add that to your map then, because you should have that information. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Because part of me wants to go there to try to further establish a more diplomatic thing. And also maybe get word, see if any of them are familiar with this this fucker Runt's looking for.
I mean, it's completely up to you guys.
Well, Runt is basically the party leader, so.
No, he's just right now he has.
He's the
has
one
drive.
with the most emotional stakes in some of this, but you can all still contribute.
Yeah, he has drive. That's why I'm saying this is what Runt wants to do. But
Question for out of character for Morasmus. When he mentioned about what the elf he interrogated said, how did he phrase it? He just said did he just say he knows who killed Runt's brother, or did he like tell the whole story that elf did?
He went ahead and told, basically saying what I remember, at least, and what probably Rasmus would remember. The leader of the hunting party that shot the green one, which is Runt's brother, the main leader, he was the only one with the gun in that party. So, I believe his name is Carassus. That name.
Crassness.
Christmas. Thank you.
Christmas.
Yeah. He his name is Christmas, and he gave Runt a really nice present.
It came with a nice
high-speed
red
coal
color.
delivery.
Surprise murder! I'm just imagining the Tom Scott thing. Shh, no witnesses.
No witnesses.
I'm sure also Morasmus wouldn't mind going to the settlement.
No, I wouldn't mind.
Because he could also maybe...
Me and Morasmus would actually be more... Actually, no. My character would be more negotiable with him. Morasmus, I can't really speak for him. I'm not.
Morasmus has already started negotiating with them. He has very good diplomatic terms. And...
Oh, yeah, with the dwarf. Sorry, I forgot. Almost forgot about that. Thank you, Runt. Runt...
You did have to jump out at that point, so it's fair that you wouldn't remember exactly.
I didn't remember. I was there. I was watching the stream with the dwarf negotiation.
Right.
And I was there. He used it while I was there. I had
Also,
to look at it after.
Also, not only that, lads, but even though I can be figure form, shaboom, I got that one too.
Thanks.
You can literally turn yourself into an elf or a human if you just... What are these skills do you have? And
utility.
He is called a sorcerer, but he's really a Vietnam vet.
He puts on a disguise. I'm an American soldier.
Oh, real quick before I forget, I should actually give you this information as well. At least Runt would know this location. The rest of you would not. But this is the location of the Boggard village that you know of.
Are you able to also mark out their territory?
Their territory would be about...
I'm assuming this whole strip.
Yeah, I would assume this whole strip.
Basically that entire area. Like, you were on the border of their territory when you met everyone else.
Right, so here.
Here's the thing that you know full well. Approaching them and their homeland is basically where you have to, like, announce yourself, but as far as, like, strictly marked out territory, that's not a thing either of your tribes do. There is no, resources are abundant enough in this area for you all to survive that you've never fought over territory.
Sounds like a utopia.
Yeah.
I mean, for a small basic tribe, it works out pretty well. If it were to get to, like, the modern, like, massive population standpoint, it would be an issue.
So, I want to head back to Frogbelt and try to set up a thing where we have
a diplomat,
the goblins, and like a middle ground, like right here, the goblins and the ruling people of Stantrum, like lay down negotiations and terms.
Erasmus, you were going to say something?
Oh no, I was saying ambassadors.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you were just,
that was the word. That was the word.
You're looking to have a parlay.
Yes, but also this gets us connections to the town and sets hopefully friendly standings with them.
All right. It doesn't take you too long to get back to Frogbelt Village if we just want to skip ahead to that.
Yeah, Run can easily guide them through, and if necessary, I can waste a spell that secure safe passage.
I still have you guys scattered about from the previous one, but you're basically where you're basically going to be grouped up in the bottom corner.
So we get back to town. Ron's gonna immediately run over to the punt.
What do you want? Go away!
It's no more red!
Ah!
It's gone!
Ow! So Run, I want you to roll a reflex save for me.
I'll just choose to fail it. He's
Okay, so you say that, and immediately as soon as you say that, she says, "Oh," and the door swings and smashes you to the side. You take like 1 point of blunt damage from that as she steps out. Despite having a dent in her head, she's not that weak.
I just want to see Morasmus. Jojo is just right behind him.
What the fuck is that?
Ah.
She points at Morasmus.
I turn around. Oh, what the fuck?
Hello.
I think Ron actually was paying attention to Morasmus.
Yeah, I just imagine at this point, like, this entire time Morasmus has been in the armor and looking like that, but Runt wasn't paying attention because his mind was so focused on, like, investigating Turk's thing and getting back that this is the first time you've noticed that it's basically this JoJo-ass fucker.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, by the way, I want to establish something that I think is important. Morasmus, you have a really big top hat.
Yes.
Unless you
you.
have some form of spell, you cannot morph the size of that, so it's probably bigger than your head, actually.
So it's like down to my eyebrows on my human-sized head.
You have to
Oh my
basically
God.
like try and wear it like a do-rag at like an angle at the back of your head in order for it to not like cover your eyes or where
You
your
just
eyes
make his
would be,
head
quote
bigger.
unquote.
I get a kick out of the fact that I just want to imagine it. Morasmus's top hat is literally just, instead of on his head, it's on his shoulders, so you can't see.
I
Basically.
mean, it could be in his head. He doesn't need to see. It could be in his head.
It could be his head. We don't know.
Just fucking
It's just like it's,
cosplaying
Yeah,
as the
people-
headless horseman.
I was about to say, yeah, convince people you're some sort of like freaking Headless Horseman doll hand thing.
just like I just want to imagine that the hat is not even a hat; it's a helmet at that stage.
Ooh.
Fancy.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that out for you because I thought it was funny. Run. You've seen Morasmus now. What is that?
I don't know. It's like Erasmus.
I'm big.
He's big now.
Well, speak.
Up all the download.
Similar to the last time you encountered Punt, like as an introduction, she walks up and just like throws some like powder where your head would be.
Do I need to make another con save?
Hold on.
No,
I'll walk
but
under-
you have this unnecessary need to do like the closest equivalent to sneezing that you can. Because she
So-
just threw like a lump of cinnamon at you.
real quick, since Punt is at his knees, Runt's gonna go under and lift Punt up.
Are you gonna trip?
Yeah, I
Punt?
just imagine like Punt steps out, you just like hold out your hands, she like steps on him, and you do your best to lift her up with your like shaking arms as she like throws the cinnamon and fucking grabs his face.
I'm going to do a strength check to see if I drop from.
Do it.
Oh.
You manage to hold her just long enough. Your arms sort of give way as she's already jumping off. There! You're clean.
Punt!
Thank you.
What?
What's that red stuff mean? You gotta tell me.
It's cinnamon. I already told you about this. Don't remember any of my lessons, do you?
No. I take cinnamon thorn first. No, not that. It's the other red.
Oh. Bad omens.
Like what?
Bad omens.
So you couldn't just say that last time.
Well, if you say it, it makes it worse if it's still happening.
I'm just gonna walk away.
Ah!
Morasmus Jojo just turns, looks at him, then looks down at Mama Boot. Just like, you got an interesting hut in there.
Yeah, whatever. She just goes back in the hut.
Morasmus will follow Runt.
Punt is not the most charismatic being that you have ever known.
Just meh. Walks away. That was good.
Alright. So, basically, you all eventually get back. Gosgold did not join you in going to Turk, so he's already been back, and he's just, like, taking care of some stuff and setting people
Right.
up for stuff.
Mhm.
So, they're off elsewhere, basically. You can't see
But-
them at all.
Oh, they're not in camp?
They're not in the camp. They're, like, at the outskirts doing some stuff. So, Gosgold isn't here right now.
Well, I turn to Morasmus. Well, by the looks of it, Gosgold's not here.
Yes, that seems to be it. What shall we do then?
I'll leave him a note.
Sounds good. Maybe we should get some rest before we make our way over to the long-eared fellows. Knife-eared, long legs, look, humans.
Long shanks.
Thank you.
Because they're long and you shank them.
I love bog mentality.
I love it too. Just so simple.
Anything larger than you is a long shank. Alright, Runt's gonna make his way home.
So I gather at this point, just to expedite things a little bit, unless you guys have anything in particular that you're doing, I'm going to assume a long rest.
We all regroup.
Give me a goddamn long rest so I can prepare some spells, boy!
Morasmus
Oh,
is
wait a
eating
second.
breast.
I still have the dead body carrying with me.
No, you don't. Morasmus has it.
No, Morasmus has eaten it and taken over the armor. That's been
Oh,
retconned.
right.
Armor and clothes. Everything in the
That-
clothes as well.
Nah, the clothes melted away with him.
Oh.
He's just in
He can-
raw.
he
He's
chooses
just in
what
raw
to eat.
breast.
He is
Just see
breast-
this excellent 6-pack with other 6-packs on the 6-pack. Just walk.
He's not dead. He's just resting.
See, he's back. Look, it's Timmy. He's back from the dead.
Morasmus just drips like a couple of things, and you point at it. That's Timmy.
Where do I go? I don't have a house. I'm
You
homeless.
would probably be resting with fucking Run into his house, so that would be the case.
Alright, hold on. I'm having issues with the fucking drag tool. For fuck's sake, stop!
I moved you.
Thank you.
Morasmus goes fishing. This time he's taking a proper 6-foot sit, over on the corner. And then he's going to head and mage handing into the water.
Goblins are gonna watch, and as soon as you pull out a fish,
Like every other fish, Gobble's just tongue reaches out and snatches it from Morasmus.
If it's every other fish, Morasmus will allow it. He's a good gobbo.
So it's like Gobble's like a bloody, what do you call him? A seagull. Anytime a fish is just seen on the deck. Meow.
Bye,
Just
bye.
flies off.
No.
Mine.
I regret it already. Stop. Stop.
even I had more control than that.
God damn it. Oh boy.
You have given me power, Trixie. You do not understand.
I can take your power away. Mute. All right. Yeah. So basically, you guys have a long rest at this point. Whatever healing and class feature resets that you get from long rest, you can go ahead and take care of. If you don't know, bug Penguin because he knows.
Yes, D&D.
Wait, hold on. Do magic spell... Well, but the spell slots count.
Spell
as one,
slots
right?
reset. Yes. You
Cheers.
regain your spell slots.
How do I get my spell slots back? For some reason, it won't let me modify them.
Click the X.
Is it the X?
Oh, that's how you get rid of them. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius.
You're welcome.
I'm going to proceed to jump sideways off my bed now. Bye.
Mama, we put him next to Peck. Just to let you know, he's a snuggler.
Alrighty.
Me immediately putting up bloody magic
He's
bloody
he's
shields.
also a drooler as we move to the world map here.
Me immediately puts up shield. Stay away from me.
Runt, what do you want to do with this armor? Do you want to save it to sell for the future?
I'm the one
Got it.
All right. Ash, what do you want to do with this armor?
Well, as soon as we're going to a Brosh settlement, since we're going to a Brosh settlement, and it seems to be on decently mediocre quality for elven craftsmanship, at least what I've seen from my parents, I think we might fetch a good price if we sell it there. And anything else in the pot.
The armor is in better quality than this.
Is it a Brosh kingdom? I thought it was.
It's Brosh. Human.
Okay.
We're going to.
Stantrum is Brosh.
Okay. That's my.
Well, is it Brosh or Brosh?
It's just Brosh.
I'm imagining BROUSH Brosh.
Angry bugs.
Bro, hey, I'm typing it as I sound. It's even better.
I was half expecting like
Right.
a large Morasmus in the background.
I guess Runt will be up early, since we know we're going to be leaving the swamp.
Sounds about right. You all get up eventually. I mean, Morasmus doesn't sleep. So, I don't remember if Chaise does either. I don't recall. Did we establish if you needed to sleep, Chaise?
No, Chaise doesn't need to sleep. We did come up with this question before.
Yeah, I know we've had the question before, so I was wondering. Yeah, so 2 of your party members don't need to sleep.
I was about to say. Wait, hold on. Did we come up with a Morasmus's excuse to sleep?
So what you're saying is, if we wanted to continue traveling at night, me and Ash can just sleep. Me, Ash, and Zephyr could probably just sleep on Ash while they move.
Yeah, I could legitimately just lay on top of the Chaise as long as she doesn't really think I'm a snack and eat me.
I'll have you roll con saves every now and then, or determination
fuck off!
roll
I should have
saves.
said anything.
Could Chaise become a wagon potentially?
Pardon?
I mean, as far as like wagons and stuff like that, it's not really a thing you use in this area because
it's marsh.
Yeah, true.
It's marsh.
It's all
Well,
marshland. The
wagon.
wheels would do nothing, and they don't have that level of tech very well.
Legitimately, the best thing we have close to a wagon is literally Chaise.
So I'm going to do a couple things since it's early in the morning. The first thing I'm going to do is use a spell slot. I gotta figure out what level it is first to see if I can. Read Weather is a first level spell. So yeah, so one of the things to run prepared today is a spell called Read Weather. Let me see if it's in the compendium. No. Essentially, what it does is allows me for the next 48 hours, tells me, like, because I'm working with Puck, I go to her place and get some sticks, borrow whatever she uses for her shamanic rituals, and cast Read Weather, and know the next 48 hours of weather accurate. Any sort of deviation of storms or anything.
Yeah, so you'll know if there's any incoming storms or anything.
And if anything magical changes it, I would know as
well. Alright. You said that was the first thing you did. Was there anything else you're preparing? Or
the second thing is another spell. Nature's Path, I think it was. Let me find it. I've never played much Druid, so I am looking to the spells.
You do have Nature's Path. Here it is. Yeah, instinctively knows the shortest, easiest, and fastest way through the wilderness for the purpose of determining overland speed. The target treats any trackless terrain as though they were on a trail or road, and any terrain with a road or trail as though they were a highway.
So 1 creature per caster level, that would mean, not including myself, can I choose 3 other creatures?
Yeah, you can choose 3 other members of the party or 3 other creatures.
And if Zephyr's flying, they're not already having considered difficult terrain, correct?
No, yeah, that doesn't apply to Zephyr.
So it applied to only terrestrial ones. So we could all move through the bog without any hindrance. And it actually picks up our movement pace.
Actually, Runt, I got a question. If Buddy Trix wants to actually do this, I'm sorry for cutting you off. What if we could Trixie allow it to triple cast on Chaise and we just ride Chaise?
I'm assuming you're casting it on Chaise, Asch, and Morasmus, right? From what
Yeah,
you're
I just jump on Chaise.
Well, the problem is if you're always riding Chaise, she's gonna slow us all our movement down.
Ooh, you got a point.
Yeah.
Chaise, don't you have like lower movement than average?
So,
I think so.
and since I don't need to cast it on myself, I can touch the 3 of y'all and bam, because I have this natural resistance to the bog.
Yeah, you already have sort of like a natural knowledge of the bog and the land.
Yep. And so nature's path lasts for 8 hours, so it'll last until we go to sleep.
Nice.
Oh,
Basically, sounds
that's
about
actually a
right.
pretty good time. That sounds like a good timer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna mark
to give you an idea of the length of your journey. Not sure if you can see. Let me actually do it on the one that the stream can see. Rather, this is about the length of the journey you can expect.
right now. This path
that is some
again.
distance.
Yeah, this path lets me until the end of the spell knows the quickest and the whole ins and outs, the safest, quickest. And
Oh wait. Pardon me. That is actually not accurate. I forgot I doubled the size of the map, so that would be half of that.
I was about to
so
say that is
150 kilometers roughly. 150 to 60 kilometers.
Grid cell distance 25. Just adjusted it. Yeah, so about 180. Still a journey, but not as much. I did forget that I doubled the size of the map. Like I did that so this hovering over things stuff would work more accurately for you. The tooltips and whatnot for the locations that you know.
Then I'm just looking through other spells I could prepare. So that's what he's doing in the morning. Like as we get ready to leave, he's gonna cast the spell.
All right, let's just go through everyone on your actions before this rather long journey, actually. So we're going to swap over to Chaise. What would you be up to? What would Chaise be doing in the morning before you know you're going to be leaving?
Well, I'm just sort of looking through my things if I have enough to travel with me on my journey, and well, I see my swords. I see my my basic weaponry and my basic stuff, and I see everything seems to be in order. So other than maybe I could ask Mama Tuka for like a to-go box for nourishment.
Yeah, she makes you a fucking bento box.
Yeah.
I was about to ask what the bloody name of those things were called. Bento. Thank you.
Yeah, so Mama Tuka basically, actually, Runt, this is relevant to you. Would you tell her where you're going?
Runt will only tell her the fact that he's out to do what's right.
You say that to her and she's just like, ah. And the next morning you have, basically there's a lunchbox for each of you, which has about, for brevity's sake, it's basically the equivalent of 2 days worth of rations for each of you.
I still have my rations, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, so you can add that on.
So I'm just gonna put it in my backpack, right? I'm gonna look at. Is it Tuka? Tuka,
yeah.
Miss Tuka, thank you for the lunchbox, please. Thank you for the lunchbox.
Glad somebody enjoys my cooking.
Well, obviously.
Now be off with you.
Starts marching away quickly before she throws the bloody spindle.
You like barely dodge the ladle as you start walking.
Run!
Alright, so yeah, Chaise was doing all this and you got your lunchbox. I gather there wasn't much else that you were doing, right?
Yeah.
How do I make a lunchbox?
Yeah, so Asch, what are your morning rituals or things you do?
First of all, pushing Took off because my shield
Peck.
wore off at
Yeah.
night. My shield wore off in the night. Push him off. Go to the bog water. Quickly clean off his saliva. Stretch. Quick stretch. Put on the hat. Flick Tommy in the back of the head to wake him up. Look out. Hey, wake up, Tommy. We got a city to burn.
Shut up.
And I basically test out dark vision in the middle of the day like an idiot and blind myself for 5 minutes.
You overdilate your pupils as you're stepping out because you're trying it out, and then you realize it's the day, it's a very clear sky and the sun blinds you for half an hour.
Yeah, and it's just I re-prepared the dark vision spell for later, and it's fuck my eyes! I'm just screaming out fucking loud because I'm in pain.
Right. So, that is about your routine. Morasmus, you haven't been sleeping all night. You don't need to. What have you been up to?
I want to cut to the scene as Asch is kind of screaming in the background. Morasmus and Gobbles are going ahead and having a little bit game of tug of war in between a fish that Morasmus caught. He's just no, this is mine! And if you want to, you can have Gobbles roll strength if you want.
Yeah, do it a post-strength check just for shits and gigs between you two.
11.
I don't think you want that.
Oh no.
I do want to do it anyway.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
Do it!
Oh no! I know the solution. I know the solution to this. What happens is that it rips in half. So both of us fall over.
The fucking fish spine rips at the center.
Okay, but who has the bigger chunk?
Roll luck, I guess.
Gobbles.
Oh, what?
Luck or something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Just a flat D20, both of us.
All right.
High or low?
I'll take high. Of course,
Gobbles.
it's Gobbles. Rasmus is oh.
You get the nib of the tail.
Rasmus goes ahead and starts nibbling on it. Just, I hope you're happy.
I am going to stop asking what these normal human actions look like for the blob because it's going to wreck my brain. The idea of Morasmus quote unquote nibbling something.
When Pathfinder becomes Call of Cthulhu for the GM.
Basically. God damn.
When it becomes Satan.
Oh boy. This is some eldritch ass horror, but I'm done with it already. Zephyr, what are you up to in the morning?
So Zephyr's probably just talk to Duncan a bit, explain what's going on, maybe play some more I Spy with him. And then eventually when the party forms up, she kind of wants to talk with them a bit about, a few things concerning the upcoming mission.
Nice.
Negotiation. Just in the distance, though, all of you just hear me screaming in pain, and you just don't understand what the fuck's going on. Just one of you, just Morasmus is after he pulls the fish, he's just what? What's going on over there? Oh.
Just munching on the fish.
Just munching on the fish, looking in the direction. It's cool. Comedy.
Nice.
And
All
Zephyr's
right.
probably some. Sorry.
No worries. I zonked out for half a moment, so you probably had more relevant things to say at the moment. So this morning you all do your little daily rituals. Gobbles and Morasmus have their little interaction here. I want you to actually roll a survival check for me, Morasmus, just so we can sort of calculate how many fish you caught over the course of the entire night.
Yeah, no. Let's do it. 17! Alright, wrong.
Alright.
He pulls out a whale.
Then would you please roll 17d3 for me?
Jesus!
goblins.
Jesus Christ.
Becomes a freaking net.
33.
Yeah,
Alright, half of
you
those
got-
go to gobbles. Half of those go to gobbles, I will say.
Yeah, Gobbles ate half of them already. Like, Gobbles feels a bit bloated this morning.
Wait. A half and a half and a literal half of one.
Yeah.
What's
So,
Morasmus would have ate 10, so like he would have 8 left over for a journey.
Yeah, so
Rash-
each
go.
of you would have had 6, actually. 16.
Did you say my name
if
wrong?
I'm doing my math
Oh,
right.
I will take 6 fish then.
Yeah, so you have 6 fish left after you've eaten like 10. Considering your sheer amount of fish ingestion, I'm probably going to think up something and I'll send it to you momentarily. But, moving along, we do have you guys gathering up your gear and preparing to head out. In the morning, God's Goal actually approaches, Runt. What are you all up to?
We're heading to that place where the long
place?
shanks.
Alright.
We're gonna.
Wait, why?
Well, maybe. Well, we got a name. I think it's a name. And told Mama I'm gonna go make things right.
Stantrum.
No, the name is Carnassus.
You know what? I don't care.
Sorry, I thought you were from the city.
So yeah, we're going to that Longshank's place and try to get more information on the dude. That way, Mom can sleep well. But also, remember what I told you about them wanting to try to live in the swamp with us?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, gonna try to set up something to start working on that negotiation.
I mean, Ron, you ain't never been the best talker in this group, but
No, but I'm the
I
only
really
one.
I got other shit to deal with, so you'll have to do.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, take this. He tosses you a tiny little, it is a carved wooden, like, necklace. Like, the string is, like, probably from, like, something like the swamp fishers that you encountered earlier or something similar that makes, like, a filament that can be used as a string. But the actual, like, bauble on this is a carved wooden, like, little insignia, and you know this is sort of like the native, like, symbol of your tribe.
Right. Okay. So, native necklace.
Yep. Frog belt charm necklace or something like that.
Oh, frog boat.
And after he tosses that to you, he doesn't say anything else and wanders back into the main tent. As he opens the door, you can see that the rest of the hunting party is in there waiting for him anyway.
Where you heading off to?
Busy.
Bollards again?
No. Other things.
Alright.
Now get.
He's already left.
Yeah, basically. Alright, the thing you mentioned, I believe, never mind.
Yeah. That's...
Yeah, that goes about. As we get the rest of the party gathered up, you gather up along, like, the western edge of the town, and I assume you head out.
I stumbled my way to the west side of the town and hit my head and probably on a tree or two.
Right. So, as we're all about to leave, Ron will go to Morasmus. He'll point to Morasmus, Rag, and Asch to come over. Hey, y'all, come here.
I can't see very well.
Morasmus,
My eyes!
hold on a minute. Morasmus
Thank
tries to pick you up in his JoJo pose. Put you underneath his
I just
shoulder.
get picked up and just start freaking out because I can't see what's picked me up.
You're being
Start
grabbed by,
fighting.
like, the scruff of the back of your neck.
I just like claws fully extend. I just start swiping everywhere.
At this point, Grunt's gonna cast the spell on everyone. Nature's Path.
Oh,
So that way we all...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, since you're flying, it's not gonna hinder your flying.
Merci.
These ones are walking.
Actually, Trix, just a good question. If we ever eventually go into a mountain range, I think Harpie might have a issue with that when it comes to wind terrain.
Ooh.
Because winds
We
in mountains tend to be
cross
quite
that bridge
stronger.
when we get there.
Let's get that bridge when we get there. No, don't worry about it for now.
Yeah.
Huh, very good. However, before we set off, friends, I have a request.
Oh,
I-
okay, Zephyr.
It would not be good for me to enter a Brosh settlement at this time. I will keep watch from the tree lines or whatever cover is available. But if I could ask a favor, while seeking information, if any of you to ask about the Sisters of the Coast, I would that would be appreciated. Also, whatever they if it turns out they have done something terrible, I had no part in it.
Understood, Zephyr. What would be the question?
I think they
Just
just
of any information on harpies. I doubt they know us in any. Well, most of them know us in any more intimate terms.
Hostile? No. I don't grasp the. What you're
Oh
trying
no,
to
she asked ask them just what they know of local harpies, if they've heard any reports of them or humans dealing with them, or Longshanks dealing with them.
I'm just gonna have Ash is just gonna lift his thumb, even though he's like still grabbed by the scruff of the neck, just like doesn't even know which way he's meant to be looking because he can't see.
Yeah, like for the first half hour as you depart, he's like lying on Chaise for the most part because he's been like blinded by his dumbassery.
I just have like a blindfold on because I can't see shit until my eyes recover. You're just like sitting calmly.
Fellows, think fast. And
It just hits me in the face with a balloon.
no, with a fish.
Yeah, you just get slapped.
Just full strike out of the stadium.
Yo, pay attention, Chucklefucks! Just Morasmus and the scouts here running around beating the fish over the head.
No, he just does the batter up taunt and just knocks me into next week.
Listen up, Chuckle Fucks, think fast.
Yeah! Ah!
Yeah, no. Probably Ash would get hit in the face with the fish. Yeah, Morasmus would toss up a fist to Chaise if she catches it in midair. That's pretty good.
No, she just grabs it midair.
Connection
Like
to my bento box.
Yes! You toss.
Okay, I'm gonna try and feel out the fish and use spark to cook it.
It's
wait.
way too early for eating. We gotta leave.
Yeah. You've had breakfast here. You don't need to use your rations for that. Because of the bento box, everyone has +2 rations if you didn't add that already.
I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Just add it to your inventory.
I'm just gonna add. Oh, that's how you do it. Never mind. Scratch it.
Everybody gets a fish, too.
You'll get fish.
Yeah.
Which is like hours worth of ration. Cheers.
So, DM, what's the weather like for the next 48 hours?
For the next 48 hours. So, first off, you guys sort of measure out. I assume you look at the map and gauge out the distance.
Yeah, I mean, we're planning a trip, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, considering your party's movement speed,
Which is no longer hindered in the terrain.
yeah, but their base movement, Morasmus's base movement speed is 15, but you don't tire.
Now.
You don't tire. It's still the same. You don't tire, so you can basically do double speed for the sake of this. Chaise, can you double check what your movement speed is for me?
Sure. Last time, because there was like this whole thing going on with the chasing. Well, with running to the temple. Let me see what my movement speed is. Okay, there's
Actually, there is one other thing I could do, but that would tap me on first level spells for the day.
So land speed is 30.
All right, you're fine then. That's why I was checking. 30 is basically base speed for most creatures. So
Okay.
I'm utilizing this thing on movement over here. This is and the table for movement and distances is what I'm basing it on. Just an FYI.
Okay.
It is going to be in total to get from Frogbelt Village to Stantrum. You have measured it out, and it's approximately 4.5 days.
Cool. It's pretty average.
Which isn't the worst journey that you've ever had. I mean, you've been traveling a lot, Asch, so you're used to more than this.
I'm used to the more northern regions where it's a lot more
Yeah.
crazy.
Which is even further away. But yeah, that's basically what you're getting at. You're moving at a base speed of like 30 feet because Morasmus doesn't tire, so you can just double time it the whole entire time. That's why you're able to actually keep up with everyone else, otherwise you would be fucked. If you had, it would double the time if you had not been able to do that, so that's very lucky. Zephyr could technically get there sooner, but I'm assuming you're going to stick around with everyone, at least relatively, scouting slightly ahead.
Yeah, essentially. She doesn't want to actually enter the village still, so she'll scout a little ahead. If she sees it starting to come up, she'll definitely like loop back and just kind of hang in the tree line.
All right, now that I've established all of that for you, the next 48 hours, basically you have, if you were to pull up the weather channel for the next 2 days, it would be shiny sun with some mild clouds for the rest of today, and tomorrow is an expectation of rain.
How heavy?
Not storming, just rain.
Just drizzle.
Just rainforest rain.
The common kind of swamp rain you would expect, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drizzle. I would call that drizzle.
Okay. Because I would know the next day.
It'll be constant, but it won't be heavy, and it won't fuck you over too much. It'll just lower vision range for a little bit because of the fog that comes along with it.
That's why you don't wear absorbent clothing or too absorbent clothing.
I should be wearing leather, so I should be fine. Wait, is leather absorbing? Uh-oh.
Oh, it's an interesting quandary. I'm not well versed in.
Well, for you, it's not leather; it's more flesh.
Yeah.
It's more flesh.
Wouldn't exactly, yeah.
With a kobold sitting on top of you.
Are you really just sitting on them?
Yeah, I'm blinded for a bit.
I established I was blinded for the first half hour of your journey.
Then I'll start probably walking on my own.
Yeah, after that he walks on his own.
Question, how'd you spell bento?
Bento.
Cheers. Done.
Alrighty. What were you going to say, Runt?
Oh, I was rambling.
Alright. So, you guys are moving along through the swamp. As you do so, you encounter something that, Runt is absolutely happy with this. You encounter a large group of giant frogs just sunbathing along the path as you go along, because random encounter roll tables are funny like that. But there is nothing of major consequence that you come across within the first day.
Nice.
So the first day is a very fair, even journey through the swamp. Everyone's doing fine. Zephyr doesn't spot anything menacing off in the distance as you move along. The second day, after you rest for the night, starts up.
Then second day, a dragon out of nowhere.
Second day, as soon as we begin to travel once again, nature's path on the walking people, so that way again It's just once. It's less spell intensive for me now for the next day because I have my spells.
Would we have
You got that going
used
on.
up a trail ration then for the night? Or?
Yeah, you use 1 day's worth of
Actually, if we'd allow it, during the afternoon when we're setting up and getting camp, if Morasmus wants to fish, I could attempt to just start cooking some because I do have cooking utensils and stuff to start.
I will absolutely fish.
Can I use Buddy Spark to light the fire?
So this is at the, correct me if I'm wrong, this is at the end of the first day or at the beginning of the second?
Winding down of the ending travel of the first day.
All right.
So that way,
So you
we can
guys have basically gotten to the point where you're camping and you find a nice little bit of swamp where you could potentially catch some goods. I would like Morasmus to do a survival check for me.
18.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to spend any rations. In fact, you catch enough fish that everyone gains +1 ration.
How much of a good meal am I making?
21.
Runt is pretty good at cooking the fish.
Can I use Spark to help?
Yeah, basically, I would assume flavor-wise, you help light the fire at some point because you just offer.
All right, here we go. Here we go, Runt. There you go.
Basically, yep. And as you do that, you all settle down for the night. It is clear skies still and is definitely dark. You've been moving for about 8 hours during the day, just straight walking and chatting about all sorts of dumb shit. You now have some running joke about, like, I don't know, trees.
Yeah, look at that tree.
Dumb tree.
Yeah.
I turn to really Chaise and I just look and I say, "Thank you."
Oh, no problem, no problem.
No. Seriously, thank you for carrying me for a bit. I physically could not see. I was an idiot, and didn't check the time, and went outside, cast a dark light, and well, kaput.
No,
So,
don't worry. It was quite an honorable thing to do.
Honorable, maybe. Stupid, on the other hand, is perfect.
So you have traveled about 40 kilometers towards it. So you're about here now.
Oh, quite a good
map.
distance, actually. Quite a good distance.
Yeah, you go about 40 kilometers a day. I rounded up a little bit from the whatever. But that is basically what happens. The
Okay.
second day, you begin as you move around and whatnot. It is now doing the usual kind of drizzle. Thing is, Runt, you know that when it rains, predators tend to be a little bit more active in this area.
Runt's going to. So you know those coltsfoot flowers, the one with the big, small stem hanging over. Like, hold on, let me get a picture. No, that's not. Nope, that's not it. What am I looking for?
My girlfriend said she's enjoying the stream.
Nice.
Nice.
Because she's actually interested in it. She wants to learn how to play D&D.
So basically a lotus leaf, and with the stem and holding the stem like an umbrella.
Yeah, I get the idea. You're basically pulling a Totoro.
Yeah, because you don't want to get sick. Make do, and the swamp has plenty of that kind of material.
Can I throw a perception to keep an eye out?
The person I would actually want to do that for me would be Zephyr.
Run.
Zephyr's in front, scouting ahead very explicitly was what you wanted to be doing. So, Zephyr, would you roll a perception for me? Yeah, you see it.
Jeez.
You're eagle-eyed right now.
She's a sniper. Zephyr's just like hiding out in the top of the mountains. She can
So-
see the tiny little sand crab crawling across the coast.
As you go along, you're following the route that you're pretty sure the rest of the party would be going along, what would be the easiest for them to move through. You spot something that glistens slightly differently than the water around it, and out of curiosity, you sort of like hover in the air a little bit and give a bigger look. It seems to be something very familiar, oddly. Can't put your finger on it. You can't put your feather on it for a moment.
Oh no. Oh no.
You said floating in the water?
It's in the water. But then it comes to you all of a sudden. It reminds you of a top-hatted fellow, you know.
Huh.
I would like you to roll me knowledge of nature to see if you can identify it. You know this is some form of ooze.
Alright, so she would kind of like just double back and specifically like flapping down towards Morasmus is like I think one of your people is just ahead in the water.
Oh, my people, you say?
Yes,
Are you being
forgive me, I do not.
racist?
No, I simply one as you. I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, it's
I do not remember your official title.
It's
Occam's
fine, it's
razor,
fine.
don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to stupidity.
I mean, I would prefer the term ignorance. I mean, she knows things. Not that many oozes.
Your people. All right.
Anyway.
Please, show me where they are. Rasmus is gonna
Yeah, so
move along.
it's about like an odd 60 feet ahead of the party or something. Or
Yeah,
like,
she'd like kind of point it out by kind of like flying and like hovering over it, where presumably in a way where the party can at least see like the flaps of her wings going around above the tree line.
so Morasmus, I would like you to, you're just pointed out where it is, so you don't have to roll perception to see it or anything. I want you to roll a knowledge nature for me to identify it, but at a +5 because it's
All right, this is gonna
something similar.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Nat one.
This is gonna. I didn't even fucking roll.
Nat one.
This is gonna be an artificial +5, so that'd be
So
11. Yeah.
It is a yellow ooze.
I'm going to go ahead and take a fish from my abdomen, and I'm going to toss it at it.
A tentacle seems to stretch out from it and snatch the fish out of the air, dragging it back in to its form, and the fish dissolves.
That was mighty interesting.
Gonna throw another fish at it, the last one I have. Just
Same thing. And as you do this, it seems to like jiggle a little bit and rise up out of the water, and it like morphs slowly in your direction.
interesting fellow. I do have languages. And I remember that there was like a goop language. I think it's called Aklo. I have it in my languages. I'm trying to make sure that is correct because I don't know where the fuck I got Aklo then. It means Darklands. Yeah, Morasmus will go ahead and it's just like, well, I've never done this before. He's gonna go ahead and take a seat. Yeah. Morasmus will try and speak in jiggle speak.
It seems to stop moving. Let me do something real quick. It stops moving for a moment at your jiggling and then continues to approach you as if nothing happened. Runt, and Asch, and presumably Chaise as well. I'm assuming Zephyr, you're flying above. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ken. Like I just want a general idea where you guys are compared to this.
Runt again will probably be leading the pack, so probably just behind Rasmus. Question though, do I have time to do something?
What's up?
I may regret this, but I am going to give it a touch, and if it wishes to resist, it will save, but it's a harmless effect. I am trying to do share languages.
Hey.
Because one of the things Runt's going to be needing to do, and he's still learning Common, but if he can have others understand him better, you know.
All right. Is it con or fortitude in this system? Either way, that check for me, please.
Fortitude. Okay.
Fortitude saving throw.
Nice. Good roll.
All right, and in response.
Okay.
Yeah, so you attempting to touch this thing? You come up to it and you attempt to touch it and do this thing. You successfully get off the spell. But you are going to take that much acid damage to your hand.
That's fine.
So your right hand is now somewhat comparatively mangled for the time being and isn't really usable. Unless you use your left hand, it doesn't really matter. Whichever hand you used is
I can fix
non-functional for the short period of time.
I can fix it tomorrow. So now it shares. Is it a language or any of my languages? I can share one particular language, and the one I can speak best right now, Goblin. So this creature can now understand and speak Goblin.
Hey, nice.
So, Runt.
Yes.
You do this, you feel the pain. I would like you to roll me a knowledge of nature check at a +5 as well.
20. Dirty 20.
After getting burned by this thing, you come to a realization. Oh! This isn't an intelligent creature. At all. This is what is called an Ochre Jelly. I may want to get the fuck away from this. I'm just going to show this to you.
Or jelly, not. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Weighs up to 2,600 pounds. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is heavy.
Yeah, this one is about, like, Morasmus sized.
Hey, Morasmus, I don't think this one has anything in its head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I ate somebody to get my smarts. Ah, well. Better tell it to go away.
We'll unpack that later.
You are within, like... Are you backing up? Like, immediately? Because it's still
I'm waiting to
slowly
see
moving
what
for you.
Morasmus wants to do. But I'm slowly backing up and waiting to see what Morasmus wants, how he wants to handle the situation.
Rasmus is going to go ahead and attempt to scare the thing off by using his Arcane Bond, and he wants to go ahead and cast this spell, that spell.
Can I aid in this in any way?
Burning Hands.
Burning Hands. You don't spell failure, funnily enough, because of the armor that you're still technically wearing.
Yeah.
So I do want to play off of this to give him an aid, and as he's doing that, I'm going to basically cast Flame Blade to assist in his intimidation.
Alright, so you're attempting to intimidate this. The assistance that Runt is going to give you, I'm going to give you a +3 to your intimidation check.
Okay. Add that later. That's a 26.
Yeah. This thing sees the fire, and stops moving towards you and starts slowly moving back. Morasmus, you notice that this thing is even slower than you.
Plump fellow. Sorry about that. Ron seemed like I thought he was going to be able to speak, but well.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot there, friend. It was worth a shot.
Oh, well.
We best keep
It
moving.
sort of like oozes back into like a small recess pool in the water and just like slowly lowers itself into the water in sort of like a predator ambush position again, and it's not coming out again for the time being. It's basically trying to wait once you guys to fuck off.
Right. So as we finish passing it, Rent is still holding this flaming scimitar, by the way. It's all fire. Nothing is meant. He's just gonna toss it backwards, and right before it hits the ground, it's gonna snuff out.
Wow.
Going for a bit of dramatic flair.
Runt, what exactly did you do there?
It just happens.
You summoned a flaming sword, my good man. That just happens?
When I wanted to.
Note to self, goblins are powerful.
Well, I think it has something to do with what I learned.
You learned this from Mamatuka?
So you
He's
also
trying not to laugh, but he's gonna
you also
say-
notice in the middle of this that the burning hands that Morasmus had started up goes away because of the rain now. Just gets sort of snuffed out slowly from like the constant but not like super hard rain.
Yay, I didn't burn the forest down.
And as you continue along, you have successfully passed by this strange ooze thing that you found and attempted to communicate with. You fed it 2 fishes, so it appreciates you. If it could appreciate you. If it had the intelligence to appreciate.
It's gonna come back, save us during the final boss.
Yeah, it's just gonna come back with this unnecessarily oversized hammer and just throw it.
It's just a priest tool that will help us later. Haha.
Right.
a plot
I
twist.
would like... Run. Would you roll 1d3 for me?
A D3. Well, I was gonna say Rent is gonna cast Cure Light Wounds in his hand.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Alright.
So that way he can use his hand to
You run into more giant frogs.
also heal for 11.
Yay!
The 1d3 is for random encounters and whether or not they happen. And you rolled it, and I rolled the same thing again. So you have fucking more frogs that you run across.
So this is what the frogs look like when they're just being themselves in the wild, then, Runt.
Yeah, they're sunbathing very similarly to what they were doing at Frogmelt Village.
Well, they're not sunbathing, they're rain bathing now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
As you pass by, one of them extends out a tongue and just like grabs something. Asch.
I would love to talk, you only need to make it quick because my brother's shouting.
Roll a reflex save for me.
Oh no.
No,
Oh,
no.
go kill, go sort yourself. I know exactly what you're planning. Where's reflex?
You managed to notice in time to duck as one of the frogs attempts to shoot out its tongue to grab the feather on your hat.
No, you must not have my feather. It was a gift from my mother.
It looks a little bit miffed, but doesn't try again. And that's about the end of the encounter with the second group of frogs.
I'll toss it a fish.
It takes the fish and seems
I'm
much
using
happier.
Chaise's cover. I'm just using Chaise's cover now. Just crab
Basically.
walking below side. Just crab walking.
The feather is bright. It looks like some of the, it looks like it
I
could be the
was-
bugs.
I was expecting to go for little Tommy.
Ooh, a little ferret snack. Me grabs its tongue. No. No.
Boy, and that's the end of that. That is the end of your second day of journey. Run.
Yes.
Do you reapply the spell to know weather? Or do you have the components
I will
with you?
cast that first thing in the morning again, yes.
Alright, so you probably brought along enough components for the rest of the journey. I would assume so.
I would have obviously borrowed Puck's Punt's sticks to help read weather. Of course, I love to note saying I'm borrowing these, definitely. Oh, God. The fire sword.
Just the expression, too, is great on that little bit of it. I'm going to start having to post these somewhere and just link it on the stream.
Just no expression, just pure death.
Ah, boy. Can I... Yeah. There we go. I can just do this real quick for it. You can see it now.
You should be
That
able to
was
set
the
up
image.
this. Trex, you should be able to set up this little gallery, the flip folder thing in the side of the screen.
I
don't know
have
how to
an
set it
image
up.
file set that I've been manually swapping between, but it takes a moment. Either way. So, this is going to be a little bit interesting. The following 2 days, as far as you know the weather, tomorrow, for the next 24 hours, it is going to be a little bit heavier on the rain. And then the following day, it's going to be basically much lighter rain. It's going to be even more of a drizzle than it was today. So it's going to be really wet these next 2 days. Tomorrow's weather is going to actually impede you a little bit.
Yeah, and from what I recall, last time we had this kind of rainy weather, we ran into a fucking Hydra. Let's not do anything tomorrow. Yeah.
So you're going to wait around while this thing happens.
We're gonna hunker and bunker down the storm. Everyone go with that?
We'll need more food.
You guys have a ton of
We're up for a
rations,
hunt.
I assume, right?
We can easily get more fish.
I still have the stockpile of rations I had as my starting bonus.
Yeah, everyone gets to start at 10, and we've been in camp most of the time.
And Morasmus can fish again, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, if we run out of food, I have enough rations to probably supply at least the good majority of the party for a day.
You know, everyone has 10, so...
I just want to say, you guys keep on pointing at me to fish. I literally have a 0 modifier in survival, and I've just been using Mage Hand into the water. Like, anybody would probably be a better fisher than me. Why do you guys keep pointing me?
Morasmus is the fisher. Morasmus is the fisher, confirmed. All right.
No. His title is not the Goop. His title now is the Goop Fisher. He is good.
God damn it.
Morasmus Fisherman.
You just made me think about it. Do I actually have any skill or something into survival? Hold on. I'm actually better at survival than you are. What
What do you think I'm saying?
Technically, Runt is best at survival. But
No, I'm better at Morasmus than you. You're probably way better than me.
So,
Alright, yeah.
allow me a moment here to paint a little bit of a picture for you all. You decide, considering you know that it's going to be pouring rain tomorrow, to hunker down. You manage to find an area where there is some tree cover, enough that you feel like you'd be a little bit safer from the rain. It sort of feels like you're in,
hold on, I think... You know how some of those trees, like, are uprooted, but they have, like, a natural...
You're talking about mangrove kind of stuff, right?
I'm thinking of, like, one of the trees that's, like, from previous storms has been uprooted, but made, like, a natural little hut.
You find some form of shelter that will suffice for the day. I'm not going to get too pretty into the details on that, because the more important thing is noting that, Zephyr, your wings are really damp, so you have to spend basically a good amount of time trying to dry them out so you can fly again. You're grounded for the time being?
Trixie.
Yeah?
I could use the spell, but a web shelter to create a house.
In some way, shape, or form, I'm just going to assume you guys find or arrange something, so you're all set.
Yeah. I could also dry out Zephyr's wings, if Zephyr would like.
We lost him.
Oh,
He left. He doesn't want you to do anything. Fuck off.
Okay, I guess I'll just stand out in the rain then.
Well, I don't know what happened with Ken there, but he just DC'd.
I think internet may have died on his side.
Yeah, probably internet or something. He went straight
Okay,
offline.
guys, we must, as our tradition, we must celebrate. What's the word? Commemorate the passing of a harpy. A moment of silence.
Open up her stomach and put some tadpoles in it.
no, that's only goblins for the goblin.
Actually, how would a harpy be buried?
Probably wouldn't be.
Fair. Me immediately takes a feather. You will be commemorated in my head.
We are going to do this. Run. Actually, everyone, would you please roll a perception check for me?
Okay. And
I'll do mine last because we know what's coming.
It's Run. I think we both know what's coming, and I'm not excited for it.
All right.
Asch
Asch is a bit more preoccupied than the rest of you. He seems to be using fire to dry off Zephyr's wings, and considering Ken isn't here, I'm basically having him roll about the same, so... You and Zephyr are preoccupied with drying out our wings, and you aren't really paying much attention, but the rest of you notice there's sort of a beat to the rain as it comes down. You start to hear some noises that are offbeat, that are approaching you. And off in the distance, in this dense fog, you can see some dark figures approaching. They seem to be bipedal, standing upright, and are coming towards you.
Size?
Taller than you.
Runt is going to stealth. He's going to basically walk out of the shelter and just basically get under some brush and just see what's coming.
Alright, what are the rest of you up to?
Morasmus is pissed because he's just like, well, now I can't stealth. I can't beat the jungle fighter with all this armor.
I'm continuously keeping. I've noticed that Runt has disappeared somewhere. I'm like, okay, they're just gone out somewhere. I just keep continuously trying to dry off Zephyr's wings with fire.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Chaise,
coating his scales to lit my hands on fire.
Chaise,
Well-
are you
Maybe I'll try some of the same thing as Runt does and do a bit of stealth.
Give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Alright. Where are you, stealth? Here we go.
Not
Okay,
bad.
you're doing just fine.
Yeah.
So the chair and the goblin become a part of the scenery.
I just imagine this
Morasmus
situation.
is just awkwardly standing there in his suit of armor, just like, I can't be stealthy at this.
Morasmus is just gonna say, They fucking cast this on himself.
What are you disguising yourself as?
He's going to disguise himself as, screw it. He'll just be like a gentleman or something like that. Fucking human Morasmus.
Some tall human gentleman with a nice mustache and a big ass.
The human from your dream.
Yeah. And
then he's gonna pull out his parasol. There you go.
All right, you do that. And Asch is still holding out a fire, quite obvious and bright, drying out.
I've coated my
Zephyr's
hands in
wings.
fire. I've coated both hands in fire because I'm coating in scales.
Yeah,
on my
so
hands
as this
using
happens, this group of figures slowly approaches you, still sort of offbeat of the rain, and then they seem to like perk up for a moment, and they are no longer offbeat at all. They seem to like merge their footsteps with the rain and approach more stealthily, and in the haze, in front of you, well, Asch doesn't seem to notice anything, but the rest of you look about, and they approach Morasmus next to this burning fire, basically a beacon in the middle of the storm.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
What are you saying that in?
Probably in bestial common at first, forgetting, and then I'm probably going to switch over to normal common.
The Longshank speaks our language.
Oh.
The figures continue to approach. There are 4 of them in total as they slink in, and you notice a serpentine, reptilian-like smoothness to their movement as you finally can see them in full. They are 4 lizardmen.
Well, yes. Oh, yes, I do.
What are you doing here?
I'm mostly just setting up camp for the night. It's quite drafty outside.
They sort of inspect you, and then they look at Asch.
They just see is the back of me, and they see the scales and the horns. Or is it like the side view or something?
They see they're mainly seeing the fire, considering how dark and stuff it is. Like, this storm is basically making it almost like nighttime
Pure black.
levels of bright. Because
So
the clouds are super blocking out the sun.
How dry is Zephyr's wings? Sorry if you can hear that.
You managed to dry out Zephyr's wings a good amount, but Zephyr still can't like fly in this. If she tried, it would immediately ground her.
Would you say after the storm's passed and we wake up the next morning?
Yeah, that's basically what you're going for.
Okay, I'm gonna step outside and basically use the rain to basically burn out the fire.
You do so, you step out, and you see these lizardmen who look at you as you hold up your hands to the rain, and the fire in your hands goes out, and it's sort of just like an awkward looking back and forth between 2 reptilian species.
So it's just like I'm not, because like my character doesn't know what bloody lizardmen are. He doesn't know what the lizard folk are. So he's just like, he's like staring straight at them, and I'm saying at my character's point of view, he's staring straight at them.
These are taller kobolds.
To me, it's just like, oh, sorry if you can hear him in the background.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm telling him to shut up. So I'm looking at him, right? I'm staring. I'm like, hello? In bestial. I'm like, hi. Hello? Who are you? Actually, hold on. Do I know bestial?
That is what I should be asking of you for.
Yeah, I do know bestial.
Yeah, you all know bestial common.
So, at this point, since Runt didn't go too far off, he can hear these people talking.
You can hear this conversation, yeah.
So I'm going to be the focus of the conversation.
And I can hear the...
These are what they look like, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I can hear the elongated S's and stuff.
Yeah, you can hear the hissing and stuff. You can still see them from where you are. You know they're lizardmen. As for the question you were posing earlier, just now that I can get around to it, the relationship between the goblins and the lizardmen, to your knowledge, is like, it's not a negative relationship. It's not positive. It's very neutral because you sort of live in separate parts of the swamp. Actually, at this point, 40 kilometers to here, you would be another 40 kilometers towards. So you are actually meeting them around
the edge of their border.
Here.
Okay.
So you don't go out this far when you do your ventures.
Right.
Mostly just because you don't need to. So why waste 2 days to travel to get stuff to bring back? So your knowledge of the lizardmen and their knowledge of you is sparse.
Runt is going to remain hidden. And if things start to heat up, he's going to try to do this.
Alright. Zephyr, just to catch you up to speed on what you have been doing. Yeah, your party has been approached by these lizardmen, and you and Asch were preoccupied. You didn't notice them at first as they were coming through the really dark rain cover, but you have been getting your wings dried out by Zephyr's hands, which he just walked out into the rain and put out
Zephyr's
with
hands.
Zephyr's hands. You have hands now. Congratulations. Now I'm chopping them
Nice.
off. You lose them.
You're an ASMR, now you're no longer an ASMR.
Yeah, Asch was drying out your wings with fire hands. So just, your wings are dry. You can't fly now, because if you went out and tried to fly, you would obviously just get drenched again. But in the morning, you should be fine.
Okay, so how do
Thank
I
you.
start off the conversation with this? I'm trying to think in character now. Because it's clear to me that they're looking straight at me and talking with me at this point in time.
Yeah, basically.
I
mean, you're the one standing out in the open that just had like a lit beacon in the middle of a storm. So
to be fair, you're not wrong. How do I approach the conversation? Shut up. You're gonna hear this
shut
a lot.
up, stranger.
Is Morasmus still there?
Yeah, you're standing there too, but they're sort of looking at Asch just because he did this weird thing he didn't even see. He just walked out and just like his hands got dried. He had fire in his hands. And
Okay, right, gonna start now. Oh boy, this is gonna be fully improv. Well, hello, bigger kobolds. Who are you?
what is a kobold? What is a kobold? They sort of talk amongst themselves. Just like one of them is just like, foreigners. We are not kobolds.
I slowly turn my head in confusion as they're talking amongst themselves. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
You are in our territory.
Well, I'm new to this area and I'm traveling with my friends here.
Friends? How many?
A harpy, our tall gentleman over here, and our lovely furniture that we like to drag around with us.
You turn around and like I'm imagining you're looking at them as you introduce them. You turn around, you have no idea what Chaise is.
No. I'm not even pointing. I'm like pointing at Chaise, but I'm not referring to him as a person. I'm referring to him like furniture. Trying to be clever about this and just not mentioning Runt at all. I'm not mentioning Runt at all, just to see how this goes.
So you're basically saying, I'm here with this being, and this piece of scenery, and completely neglecting Runt.
No, because I've just forgotten Runt's existence. Where's Gobble? Can I point at Gobble?
Nope, Gobble's not there.
Okay,
yeah,
cheers.
Gobble has something special going on.
Gobble's hasn't been with us since we left.
Okay. I'm going to point towards then Tommy, and this is my familiar Tommy. He's asleep.
You are strange here.
Well, I'm a wizard. I was going to say I'm going to light my hand on fire again, but I can't.
Yeah, you like attempt to for half a moment and immediately sizzles out, and it just sort of looks like this pathetic display, and they're just like, right.
I can't proceed to do the fire hand trick as you saw because, well, it's raining. Fire beats water. Water beats fire.
Rasmus is just pinching his brow at this point, just shaking his fucking head at this fucking display.
You're just seeing this. You're seeing this awkward ass conversation.
Question: Does magic armor have a physical showman, like a glowing armor or something? Because I could use that as an example.
His armor, your armor isn't too, like, intricately detailed. It is practical.
No, I say mage armor. Like, if you cast it, would it, like, have a little extra glowing layer that's above my own armor as protection?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, can I cast that to prove that I can do magic properly?
It doesn't seem that they disbelieve you. They're just wondering why the fuck you're here. And they've been like, why are you here?
Okay. Back to the conversation. Sorry. Well...
This one doesn't know how to talk. You! They turn and point at Morasmus.
Well, thank you, first off. Second off, I didn't know this was your territory. I do apologize. Listen, just to go ahead and settle things forth, I understand that we're probably trespassing, and that is very punishable. So,
yes, you are trespassing.
Considering that we went ahead and did it by accident, again, no hard feelings whatsoever, I'm going to go ahead and reprehend things. Try and make things right. Here, And I'm gonna go ahead and begin, pretending to go into a bush and pull out my 3 rations of bento boxes. Will this suffice? I'm so sorry. Again, we do not mean any trouble.
It is a bribe. Do we accept
You
the
just-
bribe? Do we accept the bribe? Do we accept the bribe? Yes. Just grabs the rations and they sort of back up a little bit.
Thank you, dear fellows. Again, we will be leaving momentarily.
You may stay the day, then be gone.
Of
I
course.
proceed to walk back towards Zephyr inside.
You're just yeah, I've been too awkward in this conversation anyway, and it's over now.
It's
Let's
at my character's point of view, it's just I don't understand what these things are. They just look like bigger kobolds. So I'm just okay, they're not kobolds. Going away now. Bye bye.
They back up, taking the rations with them, and seeing that you're not hostile, they sort of slowly meld back into the mist of the bog, and then they're gone.
Good.
That was a friendly introduction. Good thing I didn't walk out with an accidentally cast fireball. Oh wait, I don't have that.
But yeah, Run, you notice as they disappear. Same with Chaise. You have not been noticed whatsoever.
Runt's gonna stay there for longer, just out of sight.
Morasmus is gonna pretend to set up camp or something like that.
You're gonna pretend this conversation never happened.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It never happened. There's no one here.
Yeah,
What conversation?
I'm gonna pay 3 rations to skip this dialogue tree.
It's just like a fucking RPG event to bribe the guards to let you through. I'm done with this.
Hey.
I don't want to do this fucking conversation minigame. Let me
Stay
through.
friendly until you get the one good option.
Stop, criminal! You've broken the law. By the order of the Curie, you must go to jail.
I'm the Jarl.
Aish, I'm giving you 3 rations to shut up.
Okay, bye.
Grabs the rations. Sorry, you do not have a criminal record. Have a great day. Walks away with this huge bag of money on his shoulders.
Yeah, he just turns around and his bag is filled with 50 more rations.
It's you would just skin tight armor. By the end of it, the pants are so swollen with coins. It's totally fucking non-suspicious.
Yep. All right, Zephyr, what are you up to?
So if just because Zephyr wasn't seen, she would have still seen that, right?
Yeah, you saw this whole entire thing happen. You were
Okay.
just sort of in the background.
So she would just kind of suggest it may be for the best to note this on our map and find a different way back.
Yes, I agree. And if it happens again, I'm eating the kobold.
What?
I will leave that between you and him.
Just now, I just reignite my hands of fire. You stay away.
Goes out instantly. You're in the rain.
No, I'm inside. I'm inside.
All right.
Stay away from me. This is mine now. I sleep in here. You stay out.
There you go.
Yeah, let us continue.
Actually, good question. How big? So this area, I'm going to assume, in this little crevice, riverside zone, I'm going to assume is their territory.
You do not know the extent of their territory. You just know you're in it right now.
In character, I'm going to just assume this area is basically their territory. They don't like people being in.
Yeah, you can do that in character. Whether or not you're right, you would have to find out otherwise.
True.
But that ends your day there. You use another day's worth of rations unless you... I'm going to give you a DC 15 for your survival check. And Morasmus has to roll it because it's funny.
I mean, I lost all my rations now, so this is actually quite risky for me. So yeah, fuck
Actually, no.
16!
All right, you're fine. You managed to gather enough rations for yourself for an extra day.
Nice.
I was actually about to say, hey, Morasmus, take some rations. I was going to give him the bento
Nah,
box.
you guys managed to get food for the day, and he gets +1 ration.
I'm going to
you
eat the fish.
So you are fed for the day. You manage to take cover. You don't get killed by the Lizardmen. And the following day comes about, and you know that's going to be a drizzly day, a very light drizzly day, Runt. You still have about 2.5 days journey to get there.
Okay.
So,
I'll,
hey,
I'll
Morasmus. Morasmus,
Yes.
would you roll a 1d3 for me?
Yeah, sure. I like numbers. Me too.
Alright, no encounter this time around.
No frogs. Damn.
Oh wait, hold on. Zephyr might be having mic issues on Discord.
Yeah, you're
no,
fine.
I was old.
Oh, yeah. That was
That was like
I
10
said
minutes
that when
ago.
it first
but no.
happened, but it like
No,
froze
I
in
just
the process.
I hear somebody say, "Can I ask a question?" and it cut immediately off. So I was like,
Yeah, alright,
Oh,
well,
I don't know.
that might be on your end, but whatever. I think we're good. You guys move along, another day's worth of journey. You're actually moving somewhat inland. It's getting harder to fish.
No.
So DC 16 save. DC
Okay.
16 roll.
Oh, this is the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I actually... I was gonna see if I could help in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
Can I also-
Trixie allows it.
Trixie, can I also roll for survival?
Yeah, anyone who wants to assist with the, gathering of food for the day.
Hey.
Except for Will.
Run's fine. You're fine. You're fed +1 ration all of you. You're good at living off the land. That's some of your
It's-
specialty.
Oh, should
It is
I roll for survival?
Nah,
That's-
I don't need
that's-
anybody else to. The highest roll is basically what I base it on. For this.
Okay.
Unless you
I can
think you can
expect-
beat a 22.
Go on.
Uh,
See if you can beat a 20. See if you beat a 20. Go on.
But if you
Oh,
get
God.
lower, if you get lower than
We
us,
believe in you.
it just goofs. No.
We believe in you.
Technically, if we wanted to, we could all... he could take 10 and guarantee at least a 10
She
on
beat
that.
a 22. All right, yeah.
Oh,
She improves it slightly. Hey,
question.
Chaise,
Yeah.
you managed to get yet an additional ration from Morasmus, who had to spend his to get rid of the lizard. So Morasmus +2, everyone else +1.
Okay.
nice.
Is it berries or just a fish?
They're just
Oh,
fish,
what the
basically.
fuck am I doing? We don't need rations. I got good berry.
What?
Oh yeah. I forgot
You
had
son of a
berries.
bitch! I'm out here
Too late!
surviving, and you just have
Too
a
late!
berry up your ass.
Too late, motherfuckers! Too late!
Been eating fish. It's been eating fish.
I just imagine all these kind of long Ted's just hunting or fishing scenes, and meanwhile he gets back to camp and just freaking just lounging, eating berries out of nowhere.
just like Rasmus just comes back with a net full of fish. Just looks at Runt like, "You're gonna cook this?" Runt's just like,
I imagine Runt lounging on Chaise like one of those fucking Roman royalty
Listen.
eating berries.
Listen,
just grapes.
all I'm saying is, from now on, we don't need to worry about rations because I get 2d4 berries. And if I don't spend any spell slots, I can cast it again.
Alright, speaking of spell slots and things, you are at
decided
the end of the
one.
4th day.
Now that we're out of the swamp, it's pretty easy to read the weather, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it's still relatively, wet, but you are out of the thick of the swamp.
Congratulations, this is how the farthest Runt has been.
Yeah, you are now in foreign territory, Front. You have never seen nature like this before.
This would be more my territory.
You're in, let me see. I think it's
Exactly,
plains at this
through
point, aren't you?
I think this is the plains.
This is
based
grass.
on
Yeah, you're in grasslands now.
Yeah, so this would be more my expertise territory with mountains and snow.
So you come out into the grasslands and you see this strange, not so dense as your homeland, flora all around you. This is your foreign note.
Morasmus was just pissed in the background. You fucking what?
Sorry, what?
You fucking
posted in the
embarrassed the
general.
entire time.
Oh my god!
I'm
How are
saving
you-
this.
How are you so good, but yet so quick?
Practice.
It's almost like she's an animator or something.
Yeah, it's almost like she does a lot of work.
No, wait. What if she's a robot?
Oh no!
I am a robot. My design
Robot
is to
mimic,
make art.
robot mimic couch. Just imagining fucking Chaise with a biotic eye.
No. Imagine Chaise, but Terminator.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
it was
half of
funny.
Chase's face ripped off and covered in metal.
It was funnier in my head. I'm sad.
Alright,
Nobody
yeah,
laughed.
you guys continue along. I would like Chaise to roll me a 1d3, please.
Just slash
So /r space 1d3.
slash space R1D3.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm impressed that the chair beat the goblin in survival.
Oh, 2D.
I will take the first one because that's the one that matters, and that actually does affect something.
Okay.
Let us see what comes about. 23.
I will die if it's 50 dragons.
I
The
think we'll
table
all
doesn't have
try.
anything that fucking dumb.
Imagine just Trixie just like, here, a dragon.
Oh wait,
aged
I'm sorry. We
6.
aren't in the swamp anymore. I need to adjust this slightly.
Just the
Just
tablet.
like, chucks a dragon at us. Aish, your problem now. Deal with it. But I'm 9 health. Not my issue. Uh-oh. I just start running across the plane at max speed.
Alright, I know what happens. You guys are continuing to wander along, as you have been doing. Zephyr, once again, scouting ahead. It's a lot easier to see here. Would you please roll a perception for me, Zephyr?
I shall.
Oh, great queen of the sky, give us your great perception.
4.
It's not
Oh,
feeling
no.
it today.
Oh no.
Zephyr is distracted by how nice this breeze feels. A little too much at the wrong moment. Once again, Runt, I believe you're leading the pack?
Yeah.
Okay, would you roll a perception for me at a -10?
At a -10.
You're out of your home territory, and your scout did not warn you of anything.
Would I be wiser to be rolling here?
That's a 7.
That's a 7. You do not notice what's happening. You're summing a little song, one of your native tribal, things.
May I roll?
Nope, I am not going to do a full party one for this one, because I think it's funnier.
Okay, I want to see the hilarious.
So you're humming along. What would one of the songs of your tribe sound like? Enthrall me, Runt. I'm putting you on the spot like
That's a good question. So it's something like the ants go marching one by one, but it's the frogs?
All right, sing it for me. Sing a little bit for me.
No. My throat has been killing me all morning.
You just hum a little bit.
That's
How about this?
Right.
I give you a whistle, and you can just go along with it.
Yeah,
Right?
whatever. We'll continue along with this. So as you're doing that, you're humming this little thing, this little ditty of your tribe, when all of a sudden something seems to shuffle the taller grass around you and start charging towards you. As this strange, also reptilian creature charges forwards and flares out this wide neck piece. I would like you to roll a will check for me. Will save. You do not find this as intimidating as you assume most creatures would, as a giant frilled lizard charges at you.
Can I react?
Yeah, you have a moment to react, but as far as doing anything really
No.
damaging...
Just throw a mud ball at it.
Just throw a mud ball at this giant frilled lizard.
Uh-huh.
This is weird. Alright, it's stuck on my screen for some fucking reason. Okay. I have shown it to the party, the giant frilled lizard, the base of it. That intimidating charge is what it was doing.
So it's a ranged touch attack. Oh, I need to make a ranged attack. Ranged touch.
I would assume that you hit its AC. Yes, you do.
So you just watch one throw a mud ball at this creature. It's blinded.
So, Run, this is basically what happens. This thing comes out of the grass all of a sudden, filling its, like, little gill things and charging straight at you. You don't really find it intimidating. You just pull out, like, a mud ball and throw it at its face, and it runs past you. Shut up. Shut up with your it's not mud.
Wait.
Anyway.
If it's not mud, what is it?
Don't ask. Anyway.
If you have to ask, you're too young.
Is it literally a boulder of shit?
Shut up! Anyway. We are moving along with this as it continues to charge. It runs past you. And sort of just like face plants into the ground past you slightly and like spins around and starts like reeling at the air with its things. Like it retracts its fins and starts looking around in panic.
It can attempt to reflex at the beginning of its turns to shake the mud off. But since it's blinded, I'm going to now cast Speak with Animals.
Alright.
What the fuck?
Hungry!
Hold on, then. Come here.
Where are you?
I'm going to walk up to it. Don't bite. Tap it. I'm right here. Turn around.
Yeah! It whips around, like, to look in your direction of the voice.
I'm going to also cast, because I have this, and then now that they don't have it, I'm going to cast Good Berry and give it a berry. Here, eat this.
It
And
smells
it
it and slaps it away.
Oh, hold on. Then I'm going to pull out a fish and stick a Good Berry in it and give it the fish.
It smells the fish, and instead of batting that away, it grabs it and runs off into the grass.
Wait, no. I didn't give it to it yet.
Roll a reflex save, because it's going to try and snatch it from you. Yeah, you just pull it back, and it's just like, ah!
I'm going to attempt to handle animal.
Runt is using 100% of his 10 million IQ right now.
I'm going to handle animal. I'm trying to get it to calm down.
What would be the DC for something like that? I'm going to have it roll a will save compared to that and do it that way. Just because I want to keep things moving. So it's rolling a will save with that DC. It manages to sort of just ignore your attempts to, like, pacify it, let's say. Like, it's not trying to eat you, but all of a sudden it, like, starts trying to snatch at the fish again, and you can tell it's not paying attention.
I'm gonna try to bargain with this. Look, if you want more, you stick with me, and I'll give it the fish.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but roll a diplomacy.
Only here, folks. Only here.
Only here.
Yeah,
You get diplomacy.
that's a natural 18, so I think I have to give this to you. This flared lizard, first off, I'm gonna have it do its reflex save to see if it can get rid of this mud in its face.
I'll wipe the mud off if it complies.
You give it the fish. It flips around its head, and that's its reflex save, so it gets the mud off anyway. And then it just, like, looks at you as you say that. It's eating the fish, and it's just sort of like, you see its eyes sort of, like, slit and look at you, and it's just like, okay.
Pat, pat.
Not touch it.
Okay. Pat, pat.
Not touch it. Just like this constant back and forth as you continue to travel along. This thing is like at your like ankles.
Does it have a name? I'll ask its name if it has one. Not. We can let someone decide the name.
What name? Sounds weird. Isn't food.
How about we call you Mud?
Trixie, you're gonna have the DM as me. I gotta quickly budge and do something.
Let's call you Mud.
Yeah.
That's
2Ds.
How about
What do you want? What do you feel like you what do you think yourself? What do you call yourself?
what about Rico?
That's dumb.
Oh, you're dumb.
So are you. Doesn't even deny it has 2 intelligence.
What about Lizzie?
That's good.
Lizzie trying for Lizzie. Fuck it. Why not?
Roll 1d2 for me.
Oh, good oak.
Male. It's a male. Biologically
Is
male,
it-
at least.
Isn't Liz a androgynous name? No.
In some circles, maybe?
Well, he said it's fine, so it's fine.
Yeah, his name is Lizzie. Now fish! Give
Okay,
game, give
oh.
fish!
I'll give it a fish.
It successfully rolled its diplomacy check to get additional fish, and it's still following you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the encounter, I guess.
I win. I didn't even know what the fuck to do. I was just like, okay.
Oh boy.
No, just this is Liz.
Actually, it's a large creature. It's walking right next to you, and it's about, like, the same head height as you when it, like, lifts its head slightly up.
Yeah, so I just see this like this is Liz.
Ah, boy. Does this even say how big it is, technically? It says it's a large animal, and it says it's, like, this lizard is a true behemoth. So, it's pretty fucking big.
It's basically a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, Runt has begun the process of taming a dinosaur.
Nice.
That is a way to put the thing.
Huh.
But,
Man. Gobbles is gonna be jealous.
Gobbles is gonna have his own mount.
So here's the funny thing.
What?
We'll see how the taming goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if you manage to keep its attention long enough for it to grow attached to you. I'm pretty sure there's a process to that, but you managed to, like, you introduce yourself to it by throwing mud in its face, making it panic, and then being like, no, food. So,
Hey, food is a great way to start.
I mean, if it works.
I mean, shit.
Yeah. All right. That's the end of that day, basically. As you, at this point, you have gotten closer. You're like on the border of the territory. Zephyr, off in the distance, you can barely start to see what seem like unnatural formations. So, Like, you can't make out enough details to know what they truly are, but they're these unnatural things looming above the horizon.
You think she could probably kind of guess it, or would that be kind of
Would you roll a knowledge local? Or
Yeah.
knowledge... What are the other ones? Roll a knowledge for me of some sort. Yeah, no fucking idea what this is.
She would kind of double back towards the party and say, something big ahead. I'm not sure what it is. Doesn't seem alive or moving.
That's basically all you get from her, because that's all she really can understand of it.
Yep.
But you, this thing is off in the distance, barely within range once she's flying ahead slightly, and you stop for another night, because you can't really reach there, unless you want to, like, minus, like, Morasmus, who can't be, unless you want to try and exhaust yourself and go longer, you basically have to wait another day to get there. Like, you can do it. There's a way to do it, but it will potentially cause a bit of strain.
I'm going to spend the afternoon training Elizabeth, trying to get him to be a bit more amenable.
You can attempt, yes. I will tell you right now, I am not making this easy for you.
That's completely fine. I'm like...
It's gonna be a skill challenge. I feel like there should be something in the main book that covers this stuff. But anyway, for now, just roll me another handle animal check, and let's see if you can at least keep its attention.
So I do need to ask, at this point, is its nature indifferent towards me?
You are providing it food as of right now, but as soon as that stops, you don't know.
I found
so I wouldn't say yes.
Okay, so this technically would be considered... I'm going to try to improve the attitude towards the creature to make it more friendly towards it. So this means I'm doing a wild empathy check. So I can do a d20 roll, and I add my druid level plus charisma modifier to the roll.
Here you go,
Alright.
Trisky. Found this.
What's up? Oh, you had the thing for me, thank you.
Yeah, it says if you go down to general purpose, it should go ahead and give you like a list of DCs for it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Find something.
Go for it. Also, you can train animals to do certain things. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, some like Gobbles is considered a handled animal, and that's how he has tricks and stuff, which is how he can do some things.
Yeah.
I'm not more like looking to make this a companion. I'm just making to make it more like a pet kind of like ally. But yeah, if that's what you want, I can. What would you like, Trisky?
I would assume that this would be more training it for a purpose.
Okay, so you want to handle an animal?
Yeah, it'd be more of a handle animal kind of thing.
We're not off to a good start.
It is still nipping really hard at you to get the fish.
That's fine.
So it is still like mentally focused on the fact that you have food, not the fact that you exist.
I'm trying to go spell. See if there be to help this process.
What would your end goal be? Because that affects it.
My end goal for this creature?
Yeah, like a purpose. There's a list of training an animal for a purpose in that thing that you mentioned.
Oh,
we could go over that later. I think that's something that I'll chat with you about in the background.
For now, it just would be to handle the creature, like to get it to.
Yeah. So we'll take care of that later. For now, you guys rest up a night. The last night before you're supposed to arrive, what are you all up to?
I'll probably be trying to sort of get a feel for my new sword, just swing it around a bit.
Yeah, getting an idea for its weight compared to your old one, like where it's balanced.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Morasmus, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Morasmus is going to be going ahead and making a game plan of what to do when we actually get to the city.
Yeah, you're actually starting to plan things out. All right, we're half a day away from the long shakes. What are we actually going to do?
What are we going to do, guys?
Yeah, Zephyr would really like to know. She'd say, so do you hope to make an agreement with them?
At least start talking and start negotiating at least. But mostly trying to figure out more about my target.
I'm going to try and mostly get rid of this armor before, it causes us too much of a burden. Maybe it'll supply us with some funds to do some things.
Out of character, is Morasmus still obviously like a goo inside his armor, though?
He is not like. I'm assuming you're not constantly casting disguise self, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so he's quite obviously a goo still. Like, unless he uses that spell to sort of like illusion himself to look more human, like he did when the lizards approached, he looks like goo in an armor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to offend you twice in 1 week, but you may frighten some of them wearing armor made for their form upon you.
Yeah, go ahead and just strap myself, cast disguise self on myself again.
Yeah,
just
you're
like
just demonstrating it.
Yeah, just shift into a normal gentleman. I'm just like, I can do this about 7 times a day if I wanted to.
I was waiting for you to spell failure that one when you were trying to show it off.
For
You were real
also
close.
can do that for 30 minutes per time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't think that's going to be much of a problem getting rid of the thing, or blending in, for me at least. I'm just more curious about what what everybody else plans on doing, unfortunately.
Cricket.
Everyone else already fell asleep.
As soon as Runt is off trying to train.
Runt's distracted. Zephyr doesn't have much to input either, and I'm assuming Chaise is still messing around with the sword. So you're sort of like, your question sort of lingers in the air. Asch plays around with his fire spells a little bit in the background, and it's sort of just like this lingering question of what's going to happen.
Zephyr might just kind of, reiterate her concern, saying, I will be watching from afar, but if anyone can get word of any harpies nearby, I would be grateful.
I'll see what I may do. Maybe stop in at a local personing place and see if they have, any rumors or gossip. Asking them if they've heard of the High Elves.
What's an elf?
I hear their Fighters Guild is recruiting again.
What's an elf?
Long.
Actually, yeah, Runt wouldn't know the word.
Those knife-eared long shanks, I believe.
Yeah, you would probably have an idea of what the elves are because they would be some of the models in the fucking chair books. Just be like making the couches look good by being beautiful and lying on them. That's what elves do. Yay! Welcome to Vogue. All right. Anything else that you guys want to work on that you haven't already done, or are you just gonna
get more fish?
Yeah, you're gonna probably bury or something for it because fishing at this point you're too far inland to really realistically do that.
Well, I can attempt survival to try to gather other means of game.
Yeah, you can go wild game hunting, but you can't fish. Yeah. You managed to get enough for the day.
Very good.
And with that,
And since I do have 5 berries left, no, 3 berries left, because it ate the one with the fish. I get put in the fish. I'm going to eat one to save y'all from giving me a ration.
Oh, thank you.
and you are Gucci for the time being as we
which-
wait for this following morning.
Which would technically leave 2 more berries.
You have them available. But you are about only half a day's journey out from the town. Or even less at this point. Yeah, just about half a day's journey. So I gather you head out in the following morning. It is a bit misty. It's like mild fog, but there's no rain or anything going on as you approach. You're still really close to the coastline, so it's going to get like rain stuff here every now and then.
Liz didn't run off.
You wake up in the morning and Liz is rummaging through your bag.
I laugh and I hold up the squirrel I found. Or whatever critter I found. Here.
Liz flares their gills, turns and looks at you in attention, and grabs it midair.
Good.
And with that, I gather you head out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us go.
All right, so you are on the border of the town, just an FYI. As you come about, and you find the grassland actually begins to give way to swamp again, but it's a swamp that's unfamiliar to Runt, actually. It's still wet. There's still water everywhere, but the foliage seems... Well, there are these gigantic trees with massive roots coming out of them, sprawling over the landscape. That tower above you. And as you approach the town, you seem to notice that there are some sparse walls along what little land exists here. But it seems like the majority of the buildings are perched among these trees.
Kind of like the shrine. Like how they would be in the shrine, like attached to the trees so they don't sink.
Yeah, basically. There's like a mixture of tall trees that can be used as foundations and some sparse, like, rocky land that they linger on and root into, along with the water itself as you approach. And you notice that your ability to get to this land is going to involve you swimming a ways.
I will cast comprehend languages. Hey, Lizzie.
What?
How are you at swimming?
What?
Can you swim?
Lizzie looks at the water. Fish! Jumps in.
I will hop on Lizzie's back as he's in the water.
Yeah, Lizzie seems to do just fine. But Lizzie doesn't go in a straight line because Lizzie's mind is somewhere else.
I think at this point, it takes 10 minutes to cast. Fine. I'll hold on to that for now. Something to help train Lizzie. Found.
Right. You come through here and you guys approach. Basically, you're at you've reached a large pool of water that you have to cross. It's about like the size of a small lake.
Don't worry, gentlemen. It shouldn't be too difficult. You see, all you need to go ahead and do is, as you begin stepping into the water, and Morasmus begins submerging.
I just imagine, yeah, I was just the whole entire time, I was just like, you see, gentlemen, what you need to do is...
I do have a question. How has Runt's common gotten since training with Morasmus?
You are up to par, basically. You can speak as well as Morasmus can, minus you have your accent, quite obviously.
Nice. Cool. I
mean, you definitely practiced it over the course of the journey here as well.
Yeah.
but you pick up on things quick.
Yep. Unlike the
Uh,
other goblins.
You can see these structures from the opposite side of this small lake. How are you going to approach crossing the lake? Like, are you just going to swim across?
I am going to tie a fish to a string and guide Lizzie to the first entrance I see.
That's my boy. That's my
Give me a
boy.
fast fish and a strong arm.
Flashbang back to fucking Minecraft with holding a carrot in front of a pig.
Yep.
Basically that, except
my
fish
hot
with a
ride.
lizard.
It's my hot ride.
Dude, you gotta punch your lizard to make it panic and go faster.
No, I don't want that.
It's fine. Give him the.
All right, I will get back to you, Runt, later. Chaise, how are you going to approach this? You have to cross basically like a small lake.
Well, I guess I'll just, well, I may or may not have, Can
You
I
are
turn
an
into a little
amorphous
boat?
mimic creature, yeah.
I turn into a little boat.
Yeah, so, Chaise, you notice a wooden, like, rowboat across the way, and you're like, I can do that, and you become a slightly smaller version of it.
Yeah.
Aisha, promptly not wanting to get wet, jumps inside of you.
Kinky.
Ew. No.
Shut the fuck up! You take 2d6 psychic damage for that.
Shut him up. Damn.
No. Take my roll. Fuck you guys. Alright, yeah, but that's what you do. And Zephyr, you have no problem, you can fucking fly. You're also just... Yep. So, you travel across this water. I am going to put you guys in the corner of the map, so you'll be in the top right in case I don't ding you over there quick enough. But...
Oh, did I just return?
Do you have a token for Lizzie? Please tell me you have the lizard token ready.
I could get something that will work, but isn't exactly representative.
Alright, Trixie, I gotta
I figured you had something for when we had an
Right.
encounter.
So basically, I turn into a boat to cross the river. You jumped on the boat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
you're
can
crossing a small river to the town. You're all set.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Peace.
See you next fortnight.
I'll do it.
Alright.
Right, where's the leave button?
Alright. 3, 2...
Hey.
I don't have a frilled lizard one available, but I do have that.
That works. That works perfectly. That works beautifully.
So Ash looks like... sorry, not Ash. Chaise looks like this thing right here.
Yeah.
Except smaller. Barely able to hold Ash. As you cross across, and you see the greater town. Are you just gonna waltz in?
Morasmus. Okay, I want to go ahead. I'll go ahead. Yeah, Morasmus. He goes ahead and like finally makes it up to here, just like stepping out. He's just like, and that's how you would go across the lake.
Runt is going to wiggle the stick over this way.
Here, let me just give you control of
Yeah.
the lizard here real quick.
I'll try and cast Disguise Self on myself. Success! I haven't failed yet.
Done.
Alright. I am a man thing, yes. Hello, I am Human.
Hugh Man. HUGHMAHN.
Yes.
Carry Ash over to shore.
Kind of dragged you.
Alright,
with
you're
me.
just gonna like drop Ash off over here, I gather?
Yes.
Aisha's response here is just like probably to like snuggle in and just like go stealth mode and just like, all right, you guys take care of everything.
Yeah. Well, dearest friends, how do we wish to procure this? Chaise, I'm not going to lie, I think people are going to be quite curious about you.
I think I need to stay here with this thing.
Are you being stealthy?
Who?
Me?
Yeah, the one who doesn't look like a human right now.
Maybe I should cast stealth.
Question.
What's up?
This guy, when we're passing, can we, like, look at each other, just like gaze? Quick. Because I just want to look at him, do a friendly smile and wave.
So... That's pretty fucking good for a roll. I just, rolled perception. Chaise, nobody seems to react to you.
Okay. People... A chair that has reached the shore, a boat that suddenly turned into a chair, and they're like, okay.
Yeah, you very clearly look across and see this guy right over here. He looks straight at you, sort of just shrugs and continues his post.
Nice.
Nice.
Because even with a +8, these motherfuckers rolled a 3. And as you did pass by the guy in the rose shack, he looks up, sees this lizard moving through the water, looks back to what he's doing, then all of a sudden, like, he looks up again and you're gone, and he's just like, had too much to drink.
Hey,
How-
you? Oh, go on ahead.
How do we initiate friendly conversation with these folk?
I can go ahead and ask.
I feel like if I went up to anyone with Lizzie here, it will be bad. So I think I'll just sit here and you bring them to me.
Okay. Chaise,
This is so awkward.
Yep, this is exactly the awkward you would expect out of a campaign where every single member of the party is, like, not native to everything else.
Chaise, I think you may need to blend in a bit more than being a chair. You could be. Can you turn into things like creatures?
Think
Like
it
a Longshanks?
Maybe, or like a pet bear or something.
I like how that's Morasmus' perception of what humans would have as a pet.
Pet bear.
Anything?
As an action, you can polymorph into an object of your medium or small size that you have seen, or back into your true form.
Oh, so you need
So
to be
you're
an object.
basically, the way mimics work is more inanimate objects.
Oh. Perhaps I could go ahead and push you around like a trolley if you shifted into like a wooden cart.
Chaise. Knowledge local check for me, please.
Knowledge local. Knowledge.
You somehow, somewhere in one of those books you researched, you actually vaguely know what a trolley is and what he's talking about.
Okay.
You're thinking like a small cart wagon or something, basically like a wheelbarrow IRL.
Yeah, so I turn into that.
Yep, so Chaise is currently also basically disguised, but unlike you, she is disguised as a... that's the wrong one, that's the sleepy one, sorry. But she is disguised as a wheelbarrow, like a basic wooden wheelbarrow.
Oh.
Eh.
Okay. Does she have like her weapons and stuff like that in inventory?
They're like stored inside of her.
Okay.
And by that I mean
Mhm.
there are a couple of great swords lying inside of this wheelbarrow. As you feel it around.
All right then, Runt. We will come back to you. Don't worry. And Morasmus is gonna be like, I don't know. Tell me if this is uncomfortable. As he like tries to pick up the wheelbarrow and begins like moving it down to the actual dock areas.
No.
It probably tickles like he's holding your feet.
No.
No, never mind. I said anything. I didn't say anything. Shut up.
Oh god. I'm going to
But yeah.
push it around.
Yeah, so basically at all times, Chaise is going to be in front of you as you move about.
Mm-hmm. Is this person just standing there, by the way?
They are walking by, so during the course of the time you've been planning this, they probably moved like so, at a very slow pace.
Okay. I'm gonna take us down to the docks, like to here. Something like that.
Alright, let me do something real quick. The same guy who was just like shrugging at Chaise earlier looks up a little bit and turns to you. Just like, oh, hey, who are you?
Hello! I am looking for a person that deals with armor and armor accessories.
Wait, where the hell are you from?
I am from there. He goes ahead and points across the lake. I'm out of town. How's you
roll me
say?
a bluff check.
Okay.
I'm not from there. I haven't met many of the people. All right. You probably want Joe.
Thank you. Who's Joe?
Joe Mama.
All right,
No,
I'm
seriously,
getting
his
that's
name-
burning hands.
No, seriously, his name is Joe Mama. He works at the back of that place, and he literally points to the building right behind you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I am a bit confused. Thank you.
Oh, problem.
Come now, trusty wheelbarrow. We will go and sell our armor.
You like turn around the wheelbarrow and go up these really oddly done steep staircase, I assume.
Yeah, just thunk.
For any actual wheelbarrow, this would be aggravating and annoying to get up, but whenever the wheel hits like the edge of the staircase, Chaise just morphs to like step onto it instead of like roll up to it, so it's a lot easier. But if anybody were actually paying attention to the fucking wheelbarrow, it would look unnatural as fuck.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lead. It's just like, all right, give me one moment. Going to knock on the door politely. Very good man.
There's no response as you knock.
All right, I'm going to slightly open the door. Hello?
Hey, why the hell are you knocking? Come in.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking for Joe Mama, and I go ahead and begin taking the wheelbarrow inside.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Just looks at the wheelbarrow and looks at you. Why are you bringing that in here?
Do not worry, it is because I have goods. I am here to sell those goods.
Oh. Okay.
Do you know where Mr. Mama is?
Oh yeah, probably at the back somewhere.
Okay. I do not
You
mean to
select
interrupt.
chopped meat.
Thank you. Fucking Morasmus gonna listen.
As you go here, stop for me a moment. As
Okay,
you round the corner, would you roll a perception? perception check for me.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be good.
You are
A
oblivious.
5. Yeah, probably.
Alright. Alright, move along.
Come now, wheelbarrow. Excuse me, fine sir, I did not mean that, pardon.
I imagine at some point you don't know how to properly wheelbarrow and you start like dragging her behind you instead of pushing her ahead of you.
Yeah, it is how they say easier than this.
Alright, right there. Stop.
Okay,
Another perception check for me at a +5.
okay. It's gonna be at 11. Does Chaise get a perception?
I'm gonna
Chaise
try.
was there, yeah. Chaise, roll me a perception only at a +2 for you.
Okay.
Slightly better. I think Chaise actually notices a little bit more.
Yay.
So, pecking at the back of your head, Chaise, as you're occasionally, like, popping an eye out of this wheelbarrow to look around randomly, you notice a familiar shape, and then it comes to you. Your reaction would probably be to tap Morasmus on the shoulder if you weren't a wheelbarrow right now.
Okay.
Lick his hand with your tongue.
Lick my fingers. Ew.
As you
That
can
looks
form
familiar.
So I try to inconspicuously tap Morasmus on the shoulder.
Would you do me a sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. 20.
Okay,
Nice.
she's absolutely okay. You've been getting randomly really lucky rolls on the things that you should be good at. It seems like you and Morasmus have that in common. I guess it's something about amorphous beings.
You got that.
But yeah, you managed to, without anybody noticing or caring, like reach out a thing off of one of the wheelbarrow handles and tap Morasmus in such a way as to get his attention.
What
I
is it?
think something over there is it seems familiar to me. I wanted to know if I wanted to get your attention.
So she points at this figure right in front of you.
Yes.
Morasmus, this is the last time I will give it to you before it's really funny to me. Perception with a +10? If you somehow fail this, I will fucking die.
Please, not one. Damn.
Alright.
Where?
Hey, it's the Rune Banehammer!
Was he the dwarf
He's the
guy?
same dwarf for Adventure Party. Hey, look, these other guys next to you look familiar too. Hey, isn't that monk that was standing guard over at that camp? Hey, they're that weird sorceress lady and the dude in the armor.
Huh.
They were all ran off to get the horses.
Oh yes, these are very, very good people here. Yes, just adventurers doing their adventurings. Yes, we shall continue past them.
Would you roll me just a raw dexterity as you pass him because of the bulk of your armor and the small gap that you
I'm going to
plus
say,
you're
pardon,
carrying a wheelbarrow?
pardon me. Fucking, would this be a reflex save?
Just raw dexterity. DC 15.
I got a 14. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just my
you-
one.
You bump into Zero and he's just like, "Oi, which way are you going?"
I'm so sorry about that, sir.
Wait a moment.
I am
Starts
disguised.
Staring at you. He starts staring at you really hard.
Do you want me to roll disguise?
Why the hell do you have Soranian armor?
I went ahead and found it out when I was exploring.
You just found it lying around? Those pricks wouldn't ever drop something like that.
I'm going to go ahead and sell it for some currency.
Roll a bluff check, I think is the most appropriate still.
Okay. 25.
That sounds totally normal.
I love how he specs Morasmus for social
Jesus
encounters.
Christ. Nothing's wrong with that statement. Carry on.
Carry on.
That sounds totally normal. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
He takes another swig of ale as you do that.
Continue walking.
And you somehow manage to weave your way past them.
I imagine Chaise would go, thank you.
Oh god.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. I love this.
Such a dumb encounter, but I love it too.
Oh, shit. Where is Joe?
Oh, you're looking for Joe Mama?
Yes.
Oh, he's actually out of here at the moment. Let me guess, the guard guy told you.
Yes.
He doesn't see anything now, he doesn't.
No, that is correct. He saw me.
You'd think he'd be better at looking at things since he's supposed to be a sentinel.
I know, right? It's like he's really bad at looking at things.
Yeah, I know. Wait, you sound familiar.
No. I'm
Yeah,
just a
you
man
do.
with armor. What do you mean? You tell me. You sound familiar too. Have we met?
You don't look familiar. You sound familiar, but you don't look. You know what? Here, come join me for a ale. Bartender, another one.
Okay, yes.
This bar woman comes over and sets down another ale at the table.
I must say, though, I do need to be going to find this Joe Mama fella because I do not have a lot of
You have
currency.
some time, laddie. Come sit.
Okay. I'm going to pull up a chair just, like, right next to him. I'm just like, I'm so sorry, Chaise.
Chaise, would you roll a perception for me?
Of course.
Considering your expertise, this isn't actually that hard. These are some of the most finely crafted chairs you have ever seen. They rival some of the ones in your magazines.
Oh my god.
They're these nice oaken wood chairs with a lovely finish to them. And ornately done, like, chair backs with this strange sort of eagle-like style to the carvings in them. Just attracting you so much. And in the meanwhile,
Chaise is...
yeah, you see this. However you think Chaise would react is how she reacts.
Basically, well, they would probably be incredibly enthralled by the appearance and would love to study these chairs more so that they could, like, take on the form at some point.
Aye. Alright, so you're just going to be continuing to stare at these chairs. You're not going to, like, try and morph into any of them now or anything.
Probably not, because I'm aware that this is still a stealthy situation.
So this wheelbarrow is now very, like... I just imagine, like, this wheelbarrow sitting next to fucking Morasmus as he's awkwardly talking to this dwarf in this suit of armor, and just, like, a single eye comes out of the wheelbarrow and stares, like, fucking Looney Tunes cartoon style at this chair, examining it.
I imagine for Chaise, it's more like tapping X, like a QuickTime event, to not do it. Just like, just not change.
But yeah, that's basically the situation you find yourself in. And as you're doing that, Zerun is just like, so, where do you hail from?
From over across the lake. I am from the different place. It is far away.
Ah, a different place, right.
Yes, I'm sorry. I have come from a faraway land, and it's hard to remember where exactly. I'm quite tired from my journey.
Oh, you sound it. You also sound really foreign.
Yes, you can say that, yes. I am how they call foreigner.
Yes, yes.
What are you, my fine man? How about you? Do you come from here, or are you a foreigner too?
Ah, yeah, I moved here from the mainland.
Oh, please do tell.
Ah, yes. I came from Brosh, straight from the capital itself. I was bored. I mean, there's nothing to do in the city. There's no smashing to do, and the clubs can only get you so far. Eventually, they kick you out because you've had a few too many beers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I believe I know what you are saying.
Ah! See, this guy's got a sense of humor. He, turns around his shoulder and looks at the elf behind you, who turns back and gives you, the most stoic, stone-faced expression before turning back around.
How did I end up in this situation? Oh, fuck.
Here, have the ale! Just hands you the ale, puts it in your hand.
Well, thank
Cheers!
you. Cheers!
Claps it with you, just downs it.
Yeah.
What do you actually drink yours?
I'll drink some of it, not all of it. Not gonna down it.
To be fair, you probably don't actually encounter the effects of alcohol.
Yeah. Considering that I'm like a gelatinous cube.
You're a gelatinous cube, so basically what I'm going to say is for all purposes of alcohol, you are immune unless you voluntarily decide not to acidify it. So you can basically choose when you get drunk.
Considering that this is a fucking important mission, I'm not going to get drunk yet.
I'm really. I do apologize, though. I really have to.
Yeah, we actually should probably wrap up around here
let's-
as this awkward conversation goes on.
Yeah, that's all good.
I think leaving you in this awkward situation is actually a pretty funny ending off for the session.
Record scratch. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. This has been Unlucky Rolls, our Monsters of Morgram campaign. Stick around the YouTube channel. In an hour and a half, we are actually doing our Fallout campaign, because we had to reschedule from yesterday. So it'll be me and our player playing Zephyr over on that campaign with Wagoo and Fluff.
Yep.
Nice.
And with that, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you had a fun time. Ta-ta.